I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends, and I hope my voice is coming good and clear. In the previous broadcast, we have a problem with the mic. I tried my best to see if we can fix it, and we will see. Today our topic is about, Islam again, but there is something, most of you do not know. When we ask Muslims what is the most attractive point of Islam, what the Muslim they will say to us? What is the reason for somebody even to think of Islam? The answer is simple.
Tell you that the major points that inspire a non-Muslim towards Islam are the 5 pillars. I'll briefly mention some of the points of the 5 pillars and then come on to the other 5 important points besides the 5 pillars. According to me, the number 1 point that inspires non-Muslims towards Islam is Tawheed. It is oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Okay, so the oneness of Allah. So what Islam has to offer, there is one God, but they don't know who is this God. This God is stupid. He do not know how he created things. One verse he says something, the opposite, he say the opposite. Okay, we have one God. Well, they also worship Satan. They have one God too. There's a million religions in this earth who believe in one God. And so the oneness of God, and how this oneness of God, he is oneness, and he keeps saying us, and then he say when I take a partner from us, which even the idea of oneness of God in Islam does not stand by itself as a religion. When we ask Muslims, when Allah he decide to take a partner and he say from us, you go and watch the videos and you see how the response of the Muslim, they say it's funny, it's stupid. And they say to you in the best scenario, if Allah, who care if or not, what we care for, what kind of God he says, if he is one, if I want to take a partner, I will take it from us. As simple as that, it's simple language. So, when a Muhammadan, he tried to sell Islam to you, the first thing, and he's right, Muslims, they always focus in the oneness of their God. And they think they have a superior opinion, or let us say religion, because they believe in oneness of God. But the same guy, Zakir Naik, he said that we Muslims and Hindus, we share the same concept of God. And according to Zakir Naik, the Hindus, they believe in one God too. I will search for the video right now, because we don't like to say things without proofs. The concept of God. Okay. I don't want to make you dizzy in the screen. Let me search for it. We found it actually. The concept of God in Islam. And this is the same Abdul. Remember, the most attractive point for the Abdul or the Abdulism religion is there is one God. Okay, and then we find that the one God is the God of the Hindus too, and Islam and Hindus, they share exactly the same concept of God. Listen carefully.
Regarding the concept of God in Islam is quote to you Surah Ikhlas, chapter number 112, verse number 1 to 4, which says, Qul huwallahu ahad, say He is Allah one and only, Allah Samad, Allah the absolute and eternal, Lam yalid.
By the way, all the translation is false. As-Samad, they don't even know what As-Samad means because this is an Aramaic word. And Samad coming from Masmuda, which means the collection of God. You know, when you have like a piggy, a coin collection, this is the Samad, Masmuda. So those Abdul, they do not know even what they are reading. They don't speak Aramaic and they don't know what the word means. And this is why you go to the interpretation of the verse, you will see every scholar give you a different meaning. But anyway, continue.
Yalid walam yulad. He begets not, nor is begotten. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. There's nothing like him. This is the.
And here, by the way, about he did not begot, he has not begotten, this is very silly to say, because when Allah, He says, if I want to take a partner, I will take it from us. So already there's many of Him. So if He did not give birth, obviously there's other Allahs, they are giving birth. Otherwise, how there is many of us? Continue. And then He will say that we have the same exact religion as Hindus.
The four-line definition of Almighty God given in the glorious Quran. Any person says so and so candidate is God. If that candidate fits in this four-line definition, we Muslims have got no objection in accepting that candidate as God. And this is exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures, the same 4 points. The first.
Do you see? Exactly what is mentioned in the Hindu scriptures. So why Islam is a superior? If Hindus, they believe there are 35 million gods beside one God, which means there's like the big God and there's little gods, you know. So Zakir Naik agree that we and Hindus, we have the same concept of God. Exactly the same concept of God. He did not say similar. He said exactly. Listen carefully. He did not say similar.
Exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures. And this is exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures. And this is exactly what is also mentioned in the Hindu scriptures.
I don't know how many times I need to repeat it because I know there's many are very slow. So when we ask a Muslim what is making Islam a religion, he says to you, we believe in one God. What a stupid God you have, and let us prove it. When the companions of Muhammad, they came out of Quraysh, out of Mecca, and they joined under the tribes who later they converted to Islam. You will not believe what the Muslim they practiced at that time. Read with me carefully and try not to laugh at this hippy-tippy, hopeless, topless religion. This is the name of the title. The helpers of in Medina, those Al-Ansar, they call them Ansar, which means the helpers. So Muhammad, he immigrated with his gang from Mecca. When the immigrants reached the Medina, Allah Messenger established the bond, fraternity between Abu Abdul Rahman and Sa'd ibn Rabi'a. He said, Sa'd said to Abdul Rahman, I am the richest of all Ansar, so I want to divide my property between us. And I have 2 wives. So, which of the 2 you like? Tell me. Hey guys, you read it? Am I making things up? Is that my translation? Is that a Christian website? Is that a Hindu website? This is sunnah.com. This is what? Sunnah.com. And this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Because we know the garbage, they will say to you, it's weak. They will say what? It's weak. This is al-Bukhari. Very authentic. So imagine this filthy cult. They are giving their wives to other Muslims, and a Muslims asking the other Muslim in front of the eyes of Muhammad. And actually, not only that, Muhammad after the reason they did that, because Muhammad, he told them even to inherit each other. It's a hippie life. So when a guy he die, other person inherit him, not from his family. Why? Because they are sharing wives. Nobody knows who is the kids for who. So listen at this. I'm going to divide my property between us, and I have 2 wives. So see which of 2 you like and tell me. This is the religion who is attractive to anyone. I have 2 wives. Look at them. Go check. Go in the bedroom. Hey, wives, take off your clothes. Go check in the bedroom and see which one you like and tell me. So that may divorce her. Look, but they are decent, my friend. That just don't take her. I will divorce her. And when she finish her prescribed period, which is called the idda of divorce, then marry her. So, you know, when we ask what is the purpose of any religion, what is this? Here you see how much disrespect for women this garbage religion is. Because the woman, she is in the bedroom, she have no idea what the husband is dealing. He's making a deal. And she is the deal. The guy, he married her, obviously he bought her. You know, she is a property. And now he decided to give her to someone else. Not only that, he have 2, choose one. He don't care which one you, look how much love they have to each other. Hey brother, listen, Ali Dawa. This is Ali Dawa and Mimi Hijab, his girlfriend. Yeah, brother, I love you really very much. Why you don't go to the bedroom? I have 2 wives. Take a look. Brother, take a look and see which one you like and take her. So when those Abdul, they speak about religion, I don't see a religion, I see a garbage, hippie cult. Where is God here? Is that what Muslims look at the women and under the eyes of Muhammad? And then if you continue the story, the guy, he said, okay, what is the market? As if like nothing happened, you know. I want to go to the market, to the mall to buy. And if you read the rest of the story, it's even more funny. The swinger cult of Islam. This is why if you go in the Quran, you will see Muhammad is speaking about exchanging wives. If you have my books, Sex and Allah, you will see how those people, they exchange women. When the wives of Muhammad, they cause him trouble after he starts, you know, after they get him busted sleeping around, which is he used to do, but he did it this time in their bed, and things getting out of control. So you will see here in Arabic, and actually even the Islamic translation, he give him in exchange wives better than you. Why? Because they used to exchange wives. And those, the wives of Muhammad, now under the threat of exchange. So may Allah, and here you see, by the way, when the Muslims, they say that Allah is God, read the verse and laugh. It is possible that if he divorces you, his Lord will give him an exchange. In English, it says it is possible. In Arabic, it says asa rabbuhu. Maybe, not it's possible. You change the translator. Let us find another idiot. See? It may be. Here he said it may happen. You know? It may happen. Do Allah knows the future or he do not know the future? It may happen that Allah will divorce him. Who is the one in charge of divorce? Allah or Muhammad? Have you ever heard of a God? He is the one who divorced your wife? She is married to Allah or married to Muhammad? Here you will see that Muhammad is using his God as a threat because he became God on earth. Anytime somebody bother him, he make a verse, he say Allah told me that, and obviously it is him making a threat to get rid of them if they don't behave with him. Not because he is not the one who is behaving, but he want the women to behave. So this is a super stupid cult. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us, even though I'm not planning to stay for long, but I can open my Skype for some time. Do we have any Muslim here? Do we have any Muhammadan? All right, maybe we have somebody. Let us see. We will open a Skype for a little time. Text me first, please, because you cannot call me directly. You have to text me unless you did text me before I answer you. Then you will be able to call. All right, we are opening Skype. Okay, Skype take a little bit of time to update if there is any. Okay, we have a Muslim. I don't know. This is today. It looked like today. I don't know. I will mute the speaker so you don't hear anything from the ringing and annoying ringing of Skype until the guy answer. The answer, Abdul. I'm calling you. He is not answering it. Okay, obviously this guy, he don't want to. He's just a kid. If there's any Muslim would like to call us, yeah, we have, but this is an old text. I don't know if he's online. Let's try to call him. Don't waste my time, Muslims. If you like to talk, be serious, be adult. Let us see if this guy will answer. Hello? Hello?
जी हेलो कौन?
Please turn off your camera. Yeah, I saw your text message. I saw your text message and we are live on air. Do you like to talk?
No, I can't talk this time.
Okay, no problem. All right. Do we have any Muslim? It is January 6, 2022, and Muslims don't dare to say anything. They are brave only to debate people who do not know anything about their cult. Here, it's shish kebab time. Do we have any brave? All your potatoes, they disappear. We say, who is a Muslim week? You know, as you see, I am the one who called them. If you have a sheikh, he is willing to take my call. He is brave enough. Give me his Skype. I will call him immediately. Now, that include even kids like Uthman. He called himself a sheikh, but this guy, he is a bully. He is not a sheikh. He is a potato. But even that, we will take him for a snack. Do you have any brave Abdul? He dare to speak to me. My Skype is open. If there's any brave Abdul with beard, without beard, sheikh, not sheikh, there to let me call him, I will call you, my friend. I'm very humble. Or what you need to do, just text me. Do we have any Abdul? No Abdul. So we go back and we laugh at this topic. I think they are ashamed that the Muslims in the time of Muhammad, those are the best of Muslims. The Muslims, they say to you, the companions are the best of Muslims. Those are the best. And look what they are doing. They are giving their wives to each other. Can you believe it? And this is in Sahih al-Bukhari. Muslims, they offer their wives to each other. Read it and love. And this is Sahih al-Bukhari. They cannot say, and we can show from other books too, but this is, I mean, Sahih al-Bukhari is the most authentic, supposedly. Brother, you converted to Islam? Okay, brother. I'm going to share my property with you. I'm going to divide it between us. I have 2 wives. You take one. I keep one. However, go inside, look at them, see which one you like. Look how giving this religion is. I have 2 wives. And I have 2 wives, so see which one you like and tell me. It's like saying I have 2 cars, 2 donkeys, 2 horses. This is a wife. Do we have any Abdul? I see. Ashamed? So, brother Thithar, we Muslims, we believe one God. And our God is the best God. Okay, the best God, he allow you to do muta. The best God, he allow you to rent women. The best God, he allow you to divorce women as if they are goat. And the best God, or not only that, he allow you to exchange women. Actually, Muhammad himself, he took Safiya from one of his gang. He exchanged her for 4 women. This is the garbage of Islam. You have to face it. I want any Muslim to tell me in which logic this religion function. That a believer, he convert to Islam. So now, if I am a Muslim and each one he called me, he leave Islam life on air, I will give him one of my wives. How many I should have? Do we have any Abdul want to tell us what's happening? Well, isn't there even to call in a normal day? How about this day when this is really extreme stupid? Now, how many of you did save the reference? How many of you saved the reference? 0, right? Because later you will say, Christian Prince, we can't find this. I know them. And by the way, I'm not, like, I did not come for the 3 days because, you know, I mean, I don't know what to say. Sometimes you say to yourself, do those people even deserve my time and my work? But then I say to myself, there is a few, they deserve it. So I'm coming here for the few. Honestly, I'm coming here for the few. Because there's many, they are coming here just potatoes. You know, they don't count. They are numbers, but they don't count. There's people who will come in this life and they will go and nobody will remember them. They don't count. as many millions who went in the grave before us. But there is people who will be remembered. So the question you need to ask yourself, you will be remembered for what? So I'm here for the few who will be remembered. The Lord, he says, from their fruits you shall know them. Do we have any brave Abdul? Anyone? You know, you don't call me, you don't defend Islam, you don't let your sheikh call me. Well, the result of that will be, you know, hilarious. I'm telling you. Will be really sad. For you at least. Look at this goat. Look at this goat.
100,000 Muslims leave Islam every single year.
It is going to become...
What, how many?
Over 100,000 Muslims leave Islam every single year.
It is going to become an avalanche.
24% of Muslim youth are leaving Islam.
A tsunami.
Your child is going to become an apostate.
And by the way, when those people leave Islam, are you going to take the wife back? When those people, they leave Islam, are you going to take the wife back? Because as you see, when you convert to Islam, they give you the wife. They give you one of their wives. When you leave Islam... I mean, this Muslim, I just called him. I told him I'm live. He said I cannot talk. And now he's saying, when you are live. I just called him. What's wrong with people? Stupid is amazing. I just called you and you told me you cannot talk, and you are telling me when you are live. I just told you I'm live. I hate stupidity. Do we have any brave Abdul? We have calls from yesterday. Let us see this guy. Maybe we can get a fish. And the brother sister, there's 100,000 leaving Islam a day. So make donation for us. If you don't make donation, people will leave Islam, brother. All of this just to collect donation. What a scam. Brother sister, if you donate for us, brother, we are going to stop the Muslims from leaving Islam, brother. I'm telling you, brother sister. There's 100,000 leaving Islam a day, brother. Make donation. Make donation. Yeah, donation. Okay, so they are leaving Islam. Now if you make donation, they will stop leaving Islam. What? I mean, they are there. YouTube cost you nothing. I mean, look at this scam. They have a debate with David Wood. After 2 hours, they make a video crying for donation. Please, brother, sister. Obviously, it's about money. Make donation. Brother, sister. There's 100,000 leaving Islam because Islam is a joke. You make donation, don't make donation, who cares? You are building mosque everywhere. Money is coming like rain from Saudi Arabia, from Qatar, from Bahrain. Terrorists support you. But still, Islam is garbage. What the heck? I mean, what your voice? What happened?
It is going to become an avalanche.
Come on, you're exaggerating, man. I don't believe
100,000 Muslims leave Islam every single year.
It is going to become an avalanche.
24% of Muslim youth are...
Is that including you? I mean, is the number correct? I mean, even when the Muslim, they give numbers. By the way, all Muslim numbers is a fabrication. Even the one about leaving Islam. Because 24%, how this guy, he got this number? I want somebody to tell me how in the world they get the numbers. Did you go and ask every youth? 24% of the youth are leaving Islam, brother, sister. Where did the number coming from? Those people, they are fraud. I heard they are 25%, brother. Prove me wrong. Do you have any proof of what you say? Just go in the stage, say whatever, you know. And there's people leaving Islam, yeah. And you have to come with number, and that number is big. So let us try 24. If 24 did not work, we will try 26. What a stupid religion. So, brother and sister, what is the proof that Islam is from God? Brother, we have one God who allow us to exchange wives, brother. We have one God who allow us to do mut'a, brother. And you want more proof that Islam is from God? Are you deaf? Are you blind? This is love. Look how much love they have between each other. Brother, I have 2 wives. So go, see which one you like. Look what he said. So see which of the 2. See? You see the word see? You have to see them first, brother. Okay? Hey, Fatima, Aisha, come over here. You can take off your clothes. Yeah. You know what? You don't take you're very hairy. Don't take your clothes off, otherwise he will not take any of you. So see which one you like, brother. This is religion. You don't know how to state stats work? Khalid, I don't know what does that mean. I don't know. Khalid is saying to me something weird. He says, sound like you don't know how stats work. That's deep. That's really seriously deep, Khalid. I don't know, Khalid. You know, Khalid, you remind me of Khalid ibn al-Walid, the one who killed one of the Muslims. He raped his wife and he ate the guy. He cooked him and he ate him. I hope you're not the same guy. Are you? One of the best companion of Muhammad, and the Muslim, they call him the sword of Allah. He killed the guy, he cooked the guy, and he raped the wife of the guy. And he is a Muslim guy. So, Khalid, I don't know what you mean. Seem like you don't know how stats work. How stats work? You tell me. Do you like to call me and tell me how stats work? As you see, we don't know. We learn everything from Muslims. There's a hadith says that إن النبي قد علمنا كل شيء حتى الخراء. The Prophet, he taught us everything, including how to do poo-poo. Brother, people, Muslims before Islam do not know how to do poo-poo. Do you think it used to come from their nose before? If we search for the word, excuse my language, word shit, we will find tons of hadith, tons of hadith, tons of hadith. All of it is about shit. Your companion, a guy, he said to him, an Arab man, he said to him, your companion, mean Prophet, even he teach you how to do shit. By the way, they use the word toilet. It's false. This false translation. It says al-khara, literally the word shit. And I challenge any Muslim to say this is not true. Al-khara'a. So your Prophet even teach you how to do shit. The Muslim, he says, yes, brother, he teach us how to shit. Read it. And the Prophet, he teach you how to exchange wives. Khalid, you see, my friend Khalid is a very nice person. He said, it's not my job to educate fools. Yeah, Khalid, you know, it's not your job, brother. It's the job of Allah. The one who made the sun set in murky water, and he made the sperm became a congealed blood, and he made the women's sperm come from her ribs. It's not my job to educate fools. That's very nice of you. It's not your job. Because you're a fool, how you can educate us? I mean, how in the world there's a person, he claimed that he is smart, he believed that there is a God. If he bow down to him and kill some people, this God will make his penis endless. By the way, what about your testicles? They will be endless too. What is the size of your testicle? Imagine your penis is endless and you're... And how you can walk with this penis? And you're talking about a fool? I mean, it must be true God. I mean, only true God promised us endless penis. So you are going to be in Washington, D.C. next to Joe Biden. And then Joe Biden, he asks you, what is that? You say, this is my penis. Oh, are you like from the pipeline company coming here to strike against me because I cut the pipeline? And the Muslim, he will say, he will hold it, he will say, ouch, no, don't cut it, man. This is not a pipeline. It's a true penis given to me by Allah because I was a true believer. So this is the religion? Call me and show everybody how stupid this God is. I mean, do even Muslims have a brain to believe in such a garbage? There's a God, he will make your penis endless because you believe in him, and he will make the vagina fit for it. So what, we will have a vagina like all the way from France to 7 Galaxy? It must be true God. It must be true God. Ammar saying, have some manner, man. Are you saying that to me, Ammar, or to your prophet? Because your prophet is the one who said that. I'm reading your prophet words. Are you saying that your prophet have no manner? You see, they get hurt. The second you read for them what their prophet said, they get hurt. And suddenly they are speaking about good manner. Well, we just showed you Muslims exchanging wives, and you are talking about good manner. Doing mut'ah. Manner? Do you have any? Can I take your wife and you take my wife? What is that? And you are talking about manner? The prophet, he go to his own son house when the wife is alone and he flirt with her. And he said to her, praise be to Allah, the one who made my heart flip for you. And he said that loudly so she can hear it. Is that the good manner you are talking about? I want to learn about it. So do we have any Muslim who have a good manner? He can call us and school us. Do your book ship to Bahrain? I don't know, my friend. You can try in Amazon. You can try in Amazon and see if they ship to Bahrain. Do we have any Abdul? What they will say? They can defend. Imagine, God forbid, forgive me, those names, I will mention their names. Imagine Peter, he said to Paul, you converted to Christianity, Paul? Really? I'm going to divide my property with you. And now Paul, his name will be Mohammed, and Peter, his name will be Ali. So Ali, he said to Muhammad, you converted to Islam? Okay, listen, I have 2 wives. Go inside. Go inside and see which one you like. Brother, choose anyone, please. I see a guy here is desperate to get rid of his wives. I mean, how bad they are. And Muhammad, he approved that, and then he told them even to inherit each other until he made a verse later, because people start talking about this hippie cult. He says, you should inherit only from your bloodline. Do we have any Abdul? People, did you save the reference? How many of you saved the reference? I posted the link already. Give me one if you saved the reference. Because later you will ask me, where is that? We can find it as usual. And I will not even answer. And don't go and ask me in Patreon where I can find this. I stay here so I can answer you. So why you go to Patreon, send him email? When I answer in public, everybody will get the benefit. When I answer one person, only one person. I'm not going to do that. I answer everybody. I will call you and shut you up. But I am at work. Will you be again in 5 hours? Sufyan. Okay, Sufyan Abdul. Where you been last time when I was live? When you been the day before it? When you been the month before it? When you been the year before it? And always you are at work, and look how good this Muslim is. You give him a sari, he go to YouTube chat. Praise be to Allah. Okay, are you going to go be there until 5 hours? I am at work now. They are paying me salary in the gas station, but I'm not going to work. I'm watching YouTube. Praise be to Allah. I'm a very good employee. But don't tell my employer, okay? Decency. A lot of decency. He's at work now. He's busy at work. He's very busy. Coming to Christian Prince channel. Busy. May Allah bless your heart and your decency for the hard work you do watching YouTube. I love it, brother. Brother, shouldn't we call the owner, the employer, to increase your salary because you are sacrificing yourself just to be there? To give a blessing for the business? I think this is your business, just to give a blessing for the business. You go there, the owner make money. Just because you are there. Sufyan. You remind me of Abu Sufyan. Abu Sufyan, your prophet, he paid him money to convert to Islam. Can you believe it? Look how the scam work. He could not convince them to convert to Islam. He paid them money. Are you going to say this is not true? Brother, are you the son of Abu Sufyan, who the prophet paid him money to convert to Islam? A lot of money. This guy was a gang. He's a criminal, and later those became Bani Umayyad, the one who controlled all of Islam actually. So they convert to Islam, they took the money, and then they became the caliphate, and they killed the grandsons of Muhammad. Gang. He wanted Islam to be victorious by gang. And this is what the gang do. They killed his family, they took over, and they became the caliphate. Chapter 9, verse number 60. Maybe a Muslim will say to you, this is not true. It doesn't say that, CP. Really? Yes, it doesn't say that, CP. Okay, can we read the interpretation? No, don't read the interpretation, CP. Why not? Because the interpretation is made by people like you, CP, and they are a human, CP. Oh, your prophet is a human too, and you're a human, aren't you? Oh, no, I'm not a human. I'm an alien. I voted for Joe Biden. We are alien. Here we go. It says, and those who their heart are to be reconciled, by giving them gifts as such as Abu Sufyan and his companions, and there were 15 gang men. Money. They could not believe in Islam, but money work. Do we have any Abdul? Abu Sufyan. Look, Abu Sufyan disappeared now. He don't even have text. You voted for Joe Biden? Well, you must be an alien to vote for Joe Biden. And look, now he's making drama about January 6th. This guy, he want to cover his trash. Gas is expensive. Food is expensive. Hey, January 6th, Trump, he did want to destroy democracy. And now they will make a drama about it for the coming century, you know. But just because they have nothing, you know, it's just a stupid presidency. Garbage in, garbage out. Who's going to vote for this guy unless he's an alien? I mean, this guy hardly he remember his name. And his vice president, she is like a, you know, she's in high, she's in drugs. Stupid American. There's nobody can beat stupidity of Islam except the American people, my friend. Unbelievable. How genius they are. If you don't believe me, look at the Congress who is presenting them there. See who they elect? I will tell you who you are. Now, do we have any Muslim yet? So Muslims, I'm still single. So if I convert to Islam, how many of you will give me your wife? Let us be honest. Let us have a deal here. As long as you see you pay and you divide even property, you know. So if I convert to Islam now, how many women I can get? Who's here have an offer for me? Who is going to call me and say, well, Christian Prince, listen, I have 4 wives. Take 2 and keep 2 for me. All right, guys, forget about Joe Biden now. We don't want him to, you know. And Joe Biden is so stupid to the point, even he quote Muhammad saying, the prophet says, the one who sees something wrong, he should change it by his hand. He's asking them to do jihad. The coward is stupid. I mean, look how stupid this Biden is. Just to gain their vote in Michigan. Garbage in, garbage out. Do we have any Abdul? All right, we are not going to stay here long then. I want to leave you in peace. And again, by the way, if you want me really to come back faster, please share the link, because when I look at the number, I see not many people see it yet. I say to myself, okay, well, still let us wait until, because I'm not going to make a video. This is what I do. If I go live on air right now, after 2 minutes or 2 hours, people, they will watch the last video and the one before, they ignore it. So I will go live when we have enough review. I mean, at least 20,000, come on. So I will go live again, even if it's after 2 hours. If you make it in 2 hours, I have 20,000, I will go back on air. So share the link, tell your friends, do something, doesn't cost you money. Let people see the stupidity of this cut. All right? Does the Quran support killing homosexual? No. The Quran does not support killing homosexual. Absolutely. The Quran says, فَآذُوهُمَا, which means, according to the interpretation, beat them with sandals. Beat them with sandals. So if you go in the Quran, we will see this. Read carefully. This is the chapter 4, verse number 16. It says, and if 2 of them, which mean 2 men who commit that, liwat, homosexuality, intercourse, punish them both with insult and beat them with sandals. And as I think, if you beat a homosexual with sandal, he might get more excited. So the Quran, no, the Quran does not say to kill them. It just beat them with sandals, and if they repent, let them go. However, if a women, they are lesbian, women, they will be jailed until they die. Chapter 4, verse number 15. As you see here. So women, they have to be jailed until they die. And here you see that Islam doesn't give any fair treatment for same crime, supposedly. Ali Raza, you want to call me? Are you a Muslim, my friend? Ali Raza, are you a Muslim? I take calls in Skype only from Muslims, because here we debate. Do we have any Abdul? If you have my book, Sex in Allah, you will see that all of Quraysh was homosexual. I'm not exaggerating. I have reference. Go read it. Go read my books, Sex in Allah, and you will see all Muhammad family. Actually, even Muhammad, he was homosexual. He put eyeliner, he pee like a woman. He said, I never receive Quran except in the clothes of my wife. The Muslim, they say, clothes of my wife mean house of my wife. But this is Aisha. If this is true, that means Muhammad, he never received Quran in the house of Khadija. Alireza is an ex-Muslim. Okay, my friend, just call me fast. I will take your call, Alireza. Just text me and I will take your call. Can you talk about Musaylama? Is he a real person or mean liar? Well, you know, the Muslim, they fabricate stories about him, saying like he tried to make Quran. It's a silly Quran. Obviously, it's not him. The guy, obviously, is way better than Muhammad. For sure, he's a liar like Muhammad too. But this is what the Muslim they do. They are bully. So they call the guy Musaylama just to make fun of him. And they add the word kadhab at the end of his name to be the liar. Bully religion. You know? But if we compare between Musaylama and Muhammad, we will have that Musaylama was way better. And actually Muhammad, he stole from him even the names of his God. You see, when Muhammad first time he used the word Ar-Rahman. When? After he received the letter of Musaylama. And suddenly Muhammad, he started calling his God Rahman. But this is the name of a person who claimed to be a prophet. His name is Rahmanul Yamama. So suddenly Muhammad, he start writing letter saying, in the name of Allah, the most merciful, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. People, they said, who is Ar-Rahman? Muhammad is worshipping new God. The only Rahman we knew is Rahmanul Yamama. Then Muhammad, he have to refute them. Look what he did. They said, okay, Muhammad now is copying the names of other gods. So he said, oh, okay, hold on, okay. Cry into Allah or cry into the Rahman or into whatever you cry. It's the same. For all the beautiful names belong to Allah. Does that include Joe Biden? All beautiful names belong to Allah, so any beautiful name is Allah. I mean, look at the response, see how stupid it is. So, and here you notice that this is a chapter 17. This is almost, you know, like long after Muhammad became a prophet. And he never mentioned the word Rahman before. Never, never, never. This is the first time. So where was Ar-Rahman before? He copied it. If you go to the interpretation, this is chapter 17, verse number 110, sorry. Read with me and love. Can Muslim deny it? It's there in their books. He never ever mentioned the name Allah Rahman before. Suddenly Muhammad, he starts saying Ar-Rahman. Do you see it? This is the Muslim interpretation. There's a book, it's called Asbabun Nuzul, which means the reason for the verses to be revealed. Here it says, he give you the verse here, and the Messenger of Allah, bless him and give him peace, stood up for the right prayer, and he keeps saying in his, O Rahman, O Rahman, O merciful, O Rahman. The adulterer said, Muhammad used to call unto one Allah, and now he is calling into two God, Allah and the Rahman. Why they are saying that? Because he never mentioned this name before. And this is telling you that Muhammad is a scam. Can you can only debate with Muslims? Can you never debate an atheist? Sure, call me. Are you an atheist? Joe, are you an atheist? I will take you for a snack. Call me or text me in Skype. Guys, we have an atheist. You want to have fun? I like to have a fun with atheists today. I will give you 15 minutes. Do you want to call me Mr. Joe? Joe? I'm scared of atheists because they will hit me with the theory of monkeys. And now he will invite his clan, the chimpanzee clan. Man, oh man. Call me. For me, the most stupid is the one who say I am an atheist. Because you are calling me to prove to me that you're an animal. So I will call you before even you start. How are you, Mr. Animal? I agree. You are an animal. And actually look at you. Look at you, how cute you are when you are born. Peace be upon you when you are born. Peace be upon you when you came from the zoo. And when you start calling me and debating me, now your lies will grow your nose. Alhamdulillah. I am an atheist. I don't believe in Allah. I believe in Darwin. I used to be a monkey. What a potato. You don't dare to debate an atheist. Debate you about what, you idiot? Do you have anything to debate about? Potatoes. When I say stupidity is amazing, you know, we have a reason for that. If you call him an animal, he will get upset. He will report it to YouTube. But then he called me to debate me to prove to me that he's an animal. You want the debate, you are an animal. Show me your ass. Is it red? How rude. Did he say show me your ass? Well, if you are a monkey, it have to be red. I mean, what happened? Darwin, he painted that out for you? How come your ass is not red? Chimpanzee, they have red ass. What happened? Do you think by time Cloris was able to make it white or black? Oh boy. All right. Let us see. Maybe this is the atheist. I don't know. Hello?
No. Good evening, my man. I have to mute YouTube for a second. Now I have muted it. How are you doing?
I'm fine, my friend. Are you a Muslim?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
You are a Muslim?
Alhamdulillah.
What does that mean?
If you ask me that I am a Muslim, I have to say alhamdulillah.
You said to me, alhamdulillah. What does that mean?
Yes, I have learned it by that way.
No, what alhamdulillah mean?
Alhamdulillah. I don't know what that means, but I have learned it that I have to say that.
Hold on.
If someone
so you are saying to me alhamdulillah, but you do not know what the word means?
No.
What?
I have learned it.
You have learned it?
Are you there?
Yeah, no, I am not there.
I have learned. Yes, I know. You are there. I am here.
No,
I am here. You are there. I know.
No, I'm here and you are there.
You are there.
No.
You are there. And I am
okay.
here.
So you do not know what alhamdulillah mean, right?
I don't know what it means, but I have learned it from my teachers since I was a kid on that way.
So why,
you know?
so why you keep
I
saying
don't know what if you ask me what means subhanallah or something like that, or al-Fatiha, I don't know the meaning too. But I know when I have to say it, when I have to pray it on a prayer, I have to recite al-Fatiha, for example.
Okay, I will help you. Alhamdulillah mean praise be to Allah or thanks to Allah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
But do you think that God, he will say that to himself?
For sure not.
For sure not. Because you said to me, you recite al-Fatiha. So how you explain to me, this is al-Fatiha.
I recite Fatiha. If I do a prayer, I have to recite al-Fatiha, for example.
My friend.
Or ahad.
Okay, how Allah, he say to Allah, alhamdulillah. Here we go. This is Allah saying to Allah.
You
said to me, I asked you, is Allah going to say alhamdulillah, thanks to Allah? You said no, of course not.
Sure
okay.
Not.
Okay, so chapter 1, verse number 2, read it. Chapter 1, verse number 2. Yeah, Allah, he says, alhamdulillah. Allah, he says to Allah, Allah saying to Allah, alhamdulillah. How you explain that to me? How that work with you?
I know we as Muslims, we say that the Quran is the speaking word by Allah. I know that.
I know. But how Allah? Focus with me. How Allah, he say, alhamdulillah.
He say it. Let me explain it to you. He say it in the third person.
Yeah, why he says that?
Like I am talking. For example, I am talking with you, and I say to you, I am playing football right now. Or I can say.
But you just said I am. You did not say he is.
Third person.
Okay.
I'm talking in the third person.
But if you are the one who's talking, how you say the third person? You are the one who's talking, and how Allah He says thanks to Allah. What is the point? What is the point of Allah? What is the okay, my friend? What is the point? Let us say third person. I will go with you. Third person, fourth person, 10 person, no problem. But why Allah says all thanks to Allah?
Don't shout over me, please. Every time, same problem with you. Don't shout over me. Please.
I'm not shouting over you. You know, take it easy. Take it easy.
Let's stay at the topic.
So how Allah? Because I have to repeat my question 1,000 times. What is the point? What I have to repeat my question because Muslims don't answer it. So why Allah saying to Himself, I don't care if Allah speak in the third person or not. Why? What is the point for Allah to say thanks to Allah?
Yes, He says to us. He explained it to us how we have to recite it. We can't.
No, He did not say. Okay, show me in the chapter, my friend. Show me in the chapter where He said to you. Okay, show me in the chapter where He says to you, pray like this, and then I will accept. Did He say to you, pray like that?
Don't. Especially that He's not saying that in the Quran, but in the Hadith or something like that, He's doing that.
Okay, show me
you can't say.
Okay, show me in the Hadith. Show me in the Hadith. Show me in the Hadith that Allah He said to you that when you pray like that.
There's any place where it stands. I'm sure because 1.5 billion Muslims doing that without.
You did not hear the news. 24% they left Islam yesterday. You didn't hear the news? All the youth, 24%. So they are not even 600 Muslims, 600 million Muslims. So listen. Okay, you call me. Forget about our topic. Forget. I want to ask you. You call me to do what exactly?
What do you know? What do you mean?
You call me to prove to me Islam from God? Is that what you call me?
No, I have called you because I have to ask you why you are so hateful because of Muslims.
Okay, this is a very good question. First of all, I don't hate Muslims. Actually, if you watch my video, you see every time I go live on here, I say, hold on. You can say whatever you want, but as long you are mentioning this, do your God Allah make the Christian
freedom of speech? Say what you want.
I'm asking you, do Allah make the Christians loving or hateful people?
The Christians.
Yeah.
I think every man of the world in the world can do whatever he wants.
No, I'm asking you a specific question. Did Allah make the Christians? Did Allah, listen carefully? Did Allah make the Christians? Listen carefully. Talk without listening. Did Allah make the Christians hateful people or He make them loving people?
I don't think Christian people hateful.
You don't. So
or loving. There's everybody's freedom of choice, you know?
Okay, read the Quran with me. Obviously, you do not know your religion. Chapter 5, verse 14, it's in the screen.
I know my religion very good.
You are what?
And now you go into, I know my religion really good. And now you are showing me a verse where it says the opposite. But there are that many verses, they say, love your friends or love you the Christian or your religion.
Show me one.
My religion.
Show me one. It says love the Christians.
Give me a second.
I will give you 10 million years.
Oh no. I don't need that money. That many times. Look, Surah 109.
Surah what? 109?
Yes.
Okay. What? Okay, 109. Let's go there. And?
One second.
This is the one. Is the one make you love the Christians, or the one? This is bully. This is the bully chapter. Muhammad here is doing bully business. Read it.
Give me a second.
No, you chose one already. We can go. We give you a second for the second one. Read the first one. So here Muhammad is doing bully, and this is Djupet of Muhammad to say. Because let me ask you, did the people of Quraysh convert to Islam? They convert, right?
Surah 109, chapter 109, Surah 6. Your religion and me my religion.
Okay, but this is wrong. Because look what
One
happened.
second, my girlfriend wants to hear a little bit.
Focus with me. Focus with me, Abdul. Focus with me. Don't go. Did the people of Quraysh convert to Islam or not?
That are the Jewish people, I think.
The people of Quraysh. He's speaking to the kuffar. People of Quraysh.
The people of Quraysh was the former Jews, I think.
They are Jews. Quraysh, they were Jews.
Was there the former Jews?
And you know Islam very well.
Was that not the former Jews?
Focus with me. Let us go with you. Let us go, guys. Quraysh, they used to be Jews. Okay, then I heard they are Hindus. But anyway, so how he said to them in that chapter, I will not worship what you worship, and you will never worship what I worship, and later they became Muslims.
Yes, that's true.
So what's true? This means Muhammad is a fraud. If Allah saying to him that you will never worship what they worship, and they will never worship what you worship, and then all of them they became Muslim, that means this is a false prophecy.
You know why?
Why?
Later they have seen this is the true religion of God, and then
no problem. Okay, guys. So later they saw that this is the true religion of God by Muhammad putting the sword in their neck. But it says here, nor you will worship what I worship, nor you will worship. So they will not worship what I am worshiping. Okay. So but they worship later. So Muhammad here, he made a false prophecies.
Yes, because later they have seen that Islam is the right one to follow, and then they have
how thick your brain is. Focus. If I am a prophet and I say that I will not worship what you worship, and you will not worship what I worship, that means you will never do so. And here later they worship and they accept. So this is false statement.
Yes, at the time it was false, but later they have become Muslims. You know.
Okay.
Because they have seen what's the truth.
I didn't know what they eat before. My friend, listen carefully.
Look,
if I am a
for
prophet,
example, I can do something wrong.
Who is the one?
Look,
who is the one who's talking here? Who is the one who?
Phoning for 10 minutes and you have talked 9 minutes.
No,
let me say
listen. Who is the one who's talking here? Who is the one who's talking here? Allah, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do Allah knew the future?
It's Jibreel given to Mohammed.
No problem. But who is the one who's talking? Is Allah, right?
It's the word of God that said from Jibreel to Muhammad, and Muhammad has
So Jibreel, the pizza boy, he brought the verses to Muhammad, but this is the one Allah talking. So they will not worship what Muhammad worship, and later all of them became Muslims. So Muhammad is a false prophet.
Because of that matter?
Yes, he's a false prophet. If you make false prophecy, you're a false prophet. Very simple.
Yeah, but there are that many false verses in the Bible too. You cannot say that.
Okay, I will go with you. Okay, hold on. If there is a false verses in the Bible, then how does Djupet Quran says, I confirm the Bible?
Yes, he confirms because we love the Christians.
No, this is not a question. Don't change topic. You said there's false verses in the Bible, right?
Yes, in the Torah too.
So how there's false verses in the Bible and the Quran confirms? Listen carefully. You don't listen. This is the problem. No, you don't listen. No, you don't listen. No, you are there. I'm here. Listen. So here it says, here it comes. Okay. Chapter 2, verse number 89. It says that the Quran come and confirming what is in their position. So how you say the Bible have a lot of false verses and the Quran confirm it?
Yes.
Yes. But yes.
I don't see what's the problem.
What the problem? The problem is you said to me that the Bible have a lot of false verses, and then we have verses in the Quran said the Bible Quran confirmed the false verses. So how Quran
now you are
the false
recognizing, huh?
Because who is the stupid here? I'm asking you. How you say
you
the Bible have?
How you are talking?
You just said the Bible have false verses, and then we find that the Quran confirmed the false verses. So who is the stupid?
Yeah, reject the Quran. I have no problem. Reject it, but reject reject the Bible.
So you
reject the Bible too.
Okay, so you reject the Quran.
I don't. No, I don't reject it. But you say that. Then you have to reject the Bible too.
No, hold on. It's you who claim that there's false verses, not me.
Yes.
Okay.
It can be false verses.
Okay, I want you to be a man and be consistent. So if the Bible have false verses and you believe in that, and then the stupid Quran says there's no false verses, so one of you is lying. Who? You or Allah? Which one?
The man is lying. The man who have written it down. Because Allah has not lied.
The one who wrote those verses in the Quran is lying?
Yes, Uthman is the liar. They have
Uthman. Is that Uthman ibn Farouk or this?
Yes, like the hadith. There are many weird hadiths too.
But this is Quran.
And I think the man.
But this is Quran.
Not. That's all hadith. The Quran is also hadith.
The Quran is all hadith. I agree with you. You're right in this one.
So
how we can trust the Quran to be the book of Allah? Like you wanted to show me a verse from the Quran to prove me wrong, and now you are saying to me that the book you choose to prove me wrong with is full of lies.
Yes.
Okay, how this can be a book of God to follow in?
Because easy to say, because this is the word of God, and then men have corrupted it. They have take some verses and put therein to control the people around them, like the Bible too. The Bible have changed 500 times. Like
500
the Quran have changed maybe 1,000 times. I don't know.
But the Quran has changed too. The Torah have changed too.
Because of the devil.
How you know that the Bible changed 500 times?
I know.
Do you have the original? Do you have the original to compare?
I can explain it to you.
No,
every little kid in the age of 4 or 5 knows what is right and knows what is wrong. Every children knows what is bad and knows what is good, and that's how I go on it. As I see, there is, for example, something bad in the Quran, in the Bible, or in the Torah. Then
so
I
now
reject it.
me and you now we agree. So me and you, we agree that the Quran is a book of fabrication. The Quran is a book of fabrication. We agree.
The man is fabricated. You don't understand what I want to say.
I want to ask you. If there is one,
ask me what you want.
If there is one chapter in the Quran, if there is one chapter in the Quran is not fabricated. As long as you agree the Quran is fabricated. If there is one chapter in the Quran is not fabricated.
There are many fabricated verses in the Quran.
If there is one chapter in the Quran is not fabricated.
Look, Christian, look. That's the problem is there are your name is Christian, Princess say Christian. If you want, I can call you Sarah or what you want. But let me explain.
Listen, this is not the topic now. Your name doesn't problem. We are talking about topic now. So I'm asking you. If there's one chapter in the Quran, there is one chapter in the Quran is not a fraud, because you said the Quran is full of a fraud.
Yes, but in
okay,
the Bible
name for me one chapter in the Quran is the fraud with the proof.
For example, semen comes from the ribs,
or the backbone of the ribs, or a woman has
semen, stuff like that.
Those are what? Those are fabricated or they are real?
They are fabricated.
Okay, you are laughing at the Quran now. That's what they're called. Okay, they are fabricated. I'm asking you the opposite now. I'm asking you the opposite. So I agree with you. Obviously, this can't be from God. God saying that sperm coming from the women ribs, and man have a sperm coming from the backbone. This is stupid. I agree with you. But the question is, if there's one chapter, if there's one chapter, I'm repeating my question for the 100th time, man. Come on. If there's one chapter in the Quran, is not fabricated.
Yeah, it's complicated. Ask your question and then let me finish. For one time.
If there is one, listen carefully. If there is one chapter in the Quran, is not fabricated. The mic is yours.
There are 10 or 100.
Give me one.
I have given to you one.
Which one?
With the sperm from the backbone.
No, I'm not talking about the one fabricated. The one is not fabricated. Not fabricated. Give me one chapter is not fabricated. You're not listening. Not fabricated. Not the fabricated one.
Listening. I have given to you one. Surah 109.
But this one we prove is fabrication because. But this is one proof to be fabrication because if Allah is the one who's talking, shouldn't He knew that those people will believe in Allah and they believe in His messenger later?
God is only saying your religion, and for me my religion.
Okay, no problem.
The other verses what have the man corrupted.
Okay. First of all,
doesn't count.
First of all, this chapter is abrogated because Allah in the chapter of the sword He says, kill them wherever you find them.
Quran. Who are you?
What?
Who are you? You cannot abrogate verses from the Quran. Who are you?
Okay, have you ever
To
heard of
abrogate.
have you ever heard, okay, have you ever heard the Quran saying you cannot marry Christian women?
You cannot marry Christian. I can, for as a man, I can marry Christian woman.
You can.
I can, but a Muslim girl cannot marry a Christian man.
Okay. But the Quran, does the Quran say is always the same, or he abrogate the Quran?
I don't understand what you're trying to say now.
Okay. When did Muhammad did the Quran say is don't marry Christian women?
I don't know.
I ask you, you said no, we can marry them.
I think you can, yes.
No, it's not up to you to say I think. I'm asking you a serious question.
I think I can. Later I can maybe convince my wife to change their religion too. And then I have to do
This is not a question.
Something good.
This is not a question.
Your question is, do the Quran
you are not listening. You are not listening. Listen carefully. Do the Quran allow you or forbid you from marrying from a Christian woman?
I don't know really.
But you said
I don't know that.
You said to me you're allowed.
I think yes. I think, but I don't know. Because I think yes, because I don't see anything wrong with that, you know.
This is another question. I mean, okay. Do you have a sheikh? Do you have a sheikh you can call him so he can join us?
I'm not a sheikh.
Huh?
I'm not a sheikh.
I know you are not a sheikh, but do you know somebody?
Yes.
Do you know somebody is a sheikh? He can join us.
I know many sheikhs.
You know many sheikh? Why you don't call any one of them?
Yes, of course I know many sheikhs. I have learned it from sheikhs. I have learned all the surahs, everything I need to pray or stuff like that.
But you are the one who said, okay, why you don't call them? Because you don't know your religion, obviously. I'm asking you. If there is a verse in the Quran that says don't marry.
I don't understand Arab language. That's the reason why I don't know.
Can you call?
I don't understand language.
I heard there is people in YouTube, they claim to be sheikh, like Uthman ibn Affan. Can you call
That's
him?
an idiot.
Do you have his Skype? He's an idiot?
No, I don't have his. Why I have to his Skype? I think he's an idiot. Like Mohammed Hijab is an idiot. Like Ali Dawa, there's idiot. This all idiots. They are not talking for me. They are not talking for me as a Muslim because they are all liars.
Why they are liars? What this Uthman he did to you? Why you are saying he's a liar?
Every Muslim who is in the public and doing dava, every one of them lies.
Why?
Because they play in taqiyya games. I know that.
And how I know that you are playing taqiyya too?
Very well.
And why you are not playing taqiyya? Why you don't? You said they are playing taqiyya. Is taqiyya from the Quran?
Your voice is cutting. Your voice is cutting.
I'm asking you. Is the taqiyya? You are saying they are playing? No, my voice is fine.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so you are saying that those Muslims are playing taqiyya. So what's wrong with taqiyya?
Yes.
Isn't the Quran teach you taqiyya?
Yes, it teaches taqiyya, but I think men have written such stupid stuff. I don't think that comes from Allah. For sure, I'm not thinking that.
So you are saying now the teaching of taqiyya is from the devil, and those Muslims they are following the Quran.
Devil man.
Okay. From the so those Sheikh Uthman and Mimi and Sisi and Dudu, they are following the Quran, and by that they are deceived by Shaitan because they follow the Quran.
Yes, they are deceived.
Okay, so when you so what I learn from you now, what you are saying to me, when we Muslims follow the Quran, we learn how to lie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So so now why you want to follow the Quran if the Quran is teaching you how to lie? What kind of religion is?
For example, in the Quran are, that's only example, okay? There are, for example, 10 chapters, and 8 of them was from Allah, and 2 of them was from a devil man who have put it in to deceive people to control them.
Yeah,
and you, as a Muslim, have to follow the right way from that 10. You have to see that. You have to acknowledge that these 2 verses are not from God. I know Muslims are saying for 1,500 years that the Quran has never changed or stuff like that, but that's not true. That's not true. The Quran is not 100 years old. I know that.
The Quran is not what? The Quran how many years old?
1924, I think. The Egypt version have copied and sent it over the world. I think stuff like that or something like that. I have seen a video from J. Smith, and that's true. What he says there, what he claims is really true. I know that. But
okay, let me ask you: Are you a true Muslim, or you are just trolling us and making things like up?
Why I have to troll you?
Can you say Shahada?
Of course I can say.
Okay, say the Shahada.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
Okay. And do you believe do you believe in Muhammad is a prophet?
I think yes.
Do you believe that Muhammad was so good in bed?
In bed?
Bed?
Are you have I understand it right?
Saying, do you believe that Muhammad was very good in bed?
In bed?
Bed, yeah, boom, boom, you know.
Are you doing a YouTube channel or Playboy channel?
I don't know. You tell me.
What is this for a filthy question?
Because this is what your prophet, he kept talking. He went around telling people how good he's in bed.
I don't think he talked stuff like that.
Well, how then people they will know if he is having sex? Okay, how I will know? How I will know that you have sex with all your wives if you don't tell people? I mean, this is something between the wives and the husband, correct?
Yes, correct. And
okay, so,
that's the reason.
So how people then? So how the people knows then? If you are saying this is filthy topic, right? So how the people they knew? How they knew that Muhammad used to do boom boom to all his wives without even washing?
They know nothing. I think they have fabricated stuff to look bad, make him look bad.
So you don't think your prophet was good in bed?
I don't know what he's doing in bed, and I know one thing for sure, that he has never taught stuff like that. I think the men around him have corrupted stuff like that to look in bad, to make him look bad.
So the Muslims, they made books to make Muhammad look bad.
I don't think that these people are real Muslims.
I see.
I think they tried to corrupt the book or stuff like that.
Okay. Well,
you know what? How it works. There was many corruptions in the Bible too.
Okay. Yeah, see. Yeah. I heard that Muhammad is in the Bible too.
Nah, that's not true.
Not true. What is true then? What is true? Where we can find Muhammad? Can we find Muhammad in the Quran?
In the Quran? Yes.
Yeah. Where? Where?
Where?
Yeah. There's a chapter. It's called the chapter of Muhammad, but it doesn't say who is this guy Muhammad. You know who is Muhammad? Who is Muhammad? There's a chapter. It's called chapter of Muhammad. But who is Muhammad? Tell me. Is the Quran in front of us?
Who is Muhammad?
He's what? Hello?
Are you there?
No, I'm not there.
I'm here.
There. Oh, you are here. Okay. So who is Muhammad? So who is Muhammad?
Muhammad is the prophet.
What prophet? Where it says, okay, who is Muhammad the prophet? Shouldn't we know? I mean, you make a book, you say is Muhammad. Okay, who is Muhammad?
Muhammad is the prophet of Islam, the prophet of God.
Muhammad, where is this guy? Where he was born? Who is his father? Who is his mother?
He was born in Mecca. I think his mother.
Where it says he was born in Mecca?
I don't know. Ibn the life of Muhammad was written down by Ibn Hisham, I think.
So Allah, he forgot to write the life of Muhammad. He gave us Quran. Okay.
It's Ibn Hisham, I think.
So how we will know that this Muhammad is the same one who was in Arabia? If he wasn't in Arabia, how we will know the location?
If you ask that question, you can ask the same question about Jesus.
Why?
I think you are trying to divide people.
No, the Bible tell us where Jesus was born. Tell us which location. Tell us which city. Tell us who is the mother, even the
Old
father by
Testament.
birth.
The Old Testament was saying.
The Old Testament even tell you.
Now I'm talking
even
about
tell
the Bible.
you the children of Adam, their names one by one, after one, generation after generation. Here we have a prophet. He is the most important one according to Muslims. Who is this Muhammad?
Are you thinking that? I know that what you're saying, but are you thinking the people who have listed in the Bible was really for?
Okay, my friend, your voice is bad. Your voice is bad. Anyway, I think we have enough of this guy. Do we have another Muslim? We have let us see this guy. Hello?
I think you have a bad connection.
Are you the same person who just called me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What the heck? We're gonna take Sada from Muslim. Hold on. Hello?
Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Joseph. I was first of all, I would like to thank you for the call. Appreciate your time and your efforts. And I, second of all, I tell you how I like entered this cult when I was about 16, 17.
Oh, you're an ex-Muslim? You're an ex-Muslim?
Kind of, because I really entered, really entered. So I have my doubts now, like, you know, because I don't want to like disturb you, like bore you in my life. I try to make it as short as possible. And they put in my head as in, like, you know, when I live, like, you know, I have many let's say knowledge regarding Joshua, Jesus, and etc. So that convinced me, because I said, like, you know, okay, Allah means God in Arabic. It's the same thing, isn't it? And they're talking about Moses, you know, Solomon, etc. So it's like, you know, it's quite similar. So before that, I had my moral values and ethics in terms of, like, you know, integrity, being honest, etc. And I took it seriously because, like, you know, I've learned, like, you know, if you don't pray, you are, even I learned the language. I study Arabic and kuffar. Like, if you don't pray, you're kuffar, because that's the separation between, the difference between a believer and unbeliever is the salat. If you don't pray, you're not. So it's only, like, you know, genuinely. So then I started to mix with people, like, you know, because I'm mixed. Okay, I'm been living between Spain and the UK, as you can tell by my accent, Spain and the UK. And when I moved to in here, where I live in this island, the Canary Island, where I'm from, there are few Muslims, but they're not. I mean, well, Muslims by name, I call them. Do you know what I mean? Muslim by name. They don't follow the ideology. They are munafiq, hypocrite. But anyways, when I moved to the UK, to a big city, more cosmopolitan, of course, then I started meeting people. So I was really amazed. I was thinking, whoa, unity, etc., blah, blah, blah. And as I was mixing with them, I was realizing, wow, these people, they are munafiq, based on, like, you know, beliefs, because, like, you know, they lie, they cheat, this and that, and I need to be racist, right? I don't want to be racist. So I was learning, I learned Arabic. Even I was married to a Syrian girl from, well, Syrian. They have a mental problem. They have something called al-asl, which means the origin. So even if you're born in France, and your mother is from China and your father is from Mecca, they say Aslak Mecca, like originally from Mecca. That's the ideology. Nothing to do with the Quran, no Sahih Bukhari, none of them. But that's the ideology. I was thinking that's part of my language, but that's rubbish. But anyways, so I met this girl. I knew after the experience, like, you know, she just wanted, like, you know, documents. They're really materialistic. No offense with Arab people, but in the Middle East, the religion is, I've learned from this, like, you know, what passport do you have, and whether you're an engineer or not. That's what I learned from them. That the majority, not all, but the majority. And I used to go to the mosque. I used to the Salat al-Fajr in the mosque. I used to the what do you call it, witr and etc. Like sunnah, like, you know, after the dhuhr al-isha, like, you know, the last prayer, like in the mosque as a sunnah. And I was really into it, mate. I was really into it, like, you know, really into it. Not talking to women, lower my gaze, not talking to non-mahram. Someone who doesn't know what mahram means like no, like, you know, she's not related to you.
So my friend, why decide to leave Islam then?
Because after having this problem, like, you know, I knew something called taqiyya, like for them it's allowed to, like, some people, they say to you, no, that's a Shia, there's a blah, that bullshit, they brainwash you. Then in the Quran I've learned something, I can give you the verse if you want me to, but it's more or less about this a verse that it says that oh prophet, blah 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 blah, we give you, like, you know, we made lawful, like halal, your wives, your wives, and, like, you know, in English translate, like, you know, your slave girls.
Yeah,
I never knew that. I was shocked. So basically, you're allowed to have slaves, and plus you're allowed to have sex with your slaves. So my understanding is that if I believe, well, actually, if you don't believe in that, you are kuffar, because I've learned that 7 types of kufr. If you don't agree with Allah or Muhammad commandment, therefore you're kuffar. It means you don't agree. Anyway, so if I was trying to picture myself, right? So if I want to be, like, you know, like, you know, Muslim, well, someone who submit, I have to follow this condition. And I tried to picture myself, how can I have a slave, a human being? Okay, it's not like, you know, we're talking about a living life, right? Even like a dog man has got rights. How can I have sex with a woman who has a slaves and maybe she doesn't want to?
But, you know, so, okay, but hold on. But you see, the problem with this, it's not Muhammad having sex with a slave who don't want to, because at that time slaves have no right. That's why they are slaves, you know. So we don't want to blame Muhammad for doing something people used to do at that time. In the same time, the question is, what Muhammad did, the difference is that Muhammad, he made it, it's coming from his God. You know what I mean? So he made what is not right, right. This is what I'm trying to help you with, because if we want to blame Muhammad for having sex with a slave, at that time everybody do that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, I mean, if God, like, spread loves and equality, etc., how can God allow such?
Islam never claimed that he spread equality, except between the believers. Even the believers, Muhammad, he had them as slaves. So like Muhammad, when he said, don't if you wanna, like, don't have intercourse, which means don't marry with women who they are not believing, and believing women is better even if she is a slave. So
oh yeah, I remember that. It's like, you know, even like, you know, if you fully enjoy with her, it's still a slave. I never when I say slave, I was like, okay. But it's like, you know, even if you, like, you know, a non-believer, even if you, like, you know, you enjoy the, like, you know, her company, and I believe a slave is better than that person. I was thinking, even I forced myself to marry, because in the UK the majority are Pakistanis or Indians. So I was trying to be, like, you know, not racist, and I was like, okay, I should marry this girl, even if she's not, I'm not physically attracted to her, but based on Allah knowledge, it's better for me to marry, like, you know, a Muslim. So I was trying to do an effort. I was always having, like, problems. I was trying to my best to, like, you know, be like a robot, follow the law. I don't use, don't benefit yourself, benefit Allah, because Allah knows the best. And if you fulfill Allah's desire, you're gonna be, like, you know, successful, like, in life. But I was having problem, like, how can you have, like, slaves, mate? Then I found out few things, like, you know, I was trying to defend this, but he married a woman called Aisha, right? He married her with 6.
Yeah.
Exactly, 6. Then some people, they use it like, you know, I'm trying to know more about the gospel. So because they use it like, no, because I can't remember who prophet was. Like he married her when she was 3 or 2. I cannot remember, one of the prophets. So they back up themselves with that, as in like, you know, because a prophet in the Old Testament or New Testament, he did so, as in like, you know, look, he did it. You know what I mean? As an excuse. I cannot remember the name.
He did what in the Old Testament?
Well, I don't want to. Well, I don't want to like, you know, lie. So because I don't want to be like the typical person who brings like, you know, oh, I had no. I want to give you like, you know, the accurate source.
Okay.
But there's a prophet they use as an excuse that married 3 years old. I don't know. I think it was a prophet. I cannot remember. I don't want to lie.
You know, they speak about Rebecca, but this is false. This is nowhere in the Bible it says what they are saying. This is just a fabrication.
Who is it? Apologize. Who is it?
They say a marriage of Rebecca, you know. But anyway, this is nowhere in the Bible to be found. This is false.
Is it not? Okay, I'm not an expert. I don't want to talk about things I don't know.
When somebody says to you, okay, show me the verse that says he married someone at the age of 3. Okay, then we will laugh. There's nowhere. That's a stupid lie, you know. But the Muslims, because they are desperate, because we have a proof, clear proof from wife of Muhammad saying he married me at the age of 6. So the Muslims, they have to come with something equal. They tried their best, they could not find anything, and they fabricate a story. But if we ask any Muslim, here we go, any Muslim who is watching, and you know, from those who claim to have knowledge, post for us the verses from the Bible says that there is somebody, he married somebody, and she was 3 years old. I challenge you. They are liars. There's no such a thing. So
do you know what they say? Like, apologies for interrupting you. I don't want to be rude. I apologize. But do you know what they say? 6. It's Sahih Bukhari. Then because they contradict themselves, because they say like Bukhari is a man from Bukhara. He was blessed by Allah because he was blind when he was young, and then Allah, like, you know, cured his blindness, and he gave him like, you know, such like, you know, what's the proper word to explain his like, you know, ability, skill, right? He could, like, you know, if you give him, let's say, 1 page, he would just view it once and memorize it. So they say in that way he was, like, you know, fully trustable. Okay, it's a guy from Bukhara. But then when you give him this, like, you know, this quote, this hadith, so it's not only related in one page, one section. It's been repeated in multiple pages. I haven't memorized the number, but I know it's been repeated multiple times. So we all know that he married a woman, like, what, a girl, apologize, 6 years old. So if you like, you know, you don't have to go to university, but if you use your brain, man, if you use your brain, just Google 6 or 9 years old girl and imagine yourself marrying to that person. Man, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It is disgusting. I've done it yesterday.
So this is the main reason. This is the main reason make you leave Islam. What about the stupid mistakes in the Quran?
Because I've lost my faith. I was like, you know, really, like, you know, I always believe in there's one God, okay? But I'm not lying to you. Sometimes when you mix, I mean, company is important, because, like, you know, it can make you to increase or lose your they call it iman, like, you know, your faith, right? So as the more, because at that time I didn't know much about the religion, so I was like, you know, my iman, my faith was decreasing, because I said, how comes such a beautiful religion have not been successful over the world? Because just tell me one Muslim country that's been successful. There's none of them, even Saudi Arabia. Like, you know, you're
but this is not, you see, this is for me not a reason to be a true believer or not, because you can be a believer and you are poor, you know. So what?
Yeah, but,
you know, most, my friend, this is not a reason. Most of those who they are most successful today, they are not even believers. Like Bill Gates is an atheist.
Yeah, they're not.
All of them, they are atheists. Most of them, actually. So does not prove that they are right or wrong. So being poor can be a blessing for you, because you will not be tested by the money, corruption. But the question is, do Islam make you a better person, even if it's true religion or not? Islam make you a person who hate everybody. Islam make you want to kill everybody.
Correct.
Islam make you even hate your own family, as the Quran says. The Quran forbid the Muslims even to love their own parents and their own family, if they are opposing Islam, which means they don't believe in Allah. So
yeah,
Quran is an evil book. Teach evil, spread evil, and that make it nothing but evil. Otherwise, being successful by money, okay, well, we have some Muslim countries, they are very successful, like in Emirat, you know. Does that mean they have a good religion in there? They don't know. Actually, they are successful because they don't practice Islam. If they practice Islam, the country will be empty, you know.
Actually, no. Actually, I think they practice it because I used to think, why do they, like, you know, pay people the right amount of money? But then I've realized that in Islam it's allowed to have slaves. So
yeah, but they don't practice. You see, all Muslims today, nobody practice. Even in Saudi Arabia, even before this king, you know, like now they celebrate Christmas and they have New Year evening. They bring in singers. Music is haram before in Saudi Arabia, but even before, they don't dare to practice Islam. Like if somebody leave Islam and he was, let us say, if somebody, somebody he live in Saudi Arabia, he's a Christian. Do he pay jizya? No. Why? Because then nobody will live in the country. And nobody will work in this country, which none of the countries know even to make anything, like how to build a house, how to make electricity, how to fix a phone, how to fix nothing. So they have to bring workers from abroad, and this is why they compromise their religion. However, you will not find one single Muslim country practicing Islam. Even Taliban now, they are not really practicing Islam because they are asking friendship with Russia, friendship with America, friendship with China. Friendship, but the Quran says, chapter 5, verse 51, take not Christians and Jews as a friends. So Muslims,
correct.
Even Taliban, they are not true Muslims because Islam is impossible to practice. And this religion, this religion make you a hateful person. And at the same time, does not give you the solution for what to do. Okay, if we don't take a Christian and Jews as a friends, so what we would do?
I agree with you because I want to mention two things, like before I forget them. One of them, like the more into Islam I was getting, like what Islam means, submit to God's will. I don't want to call that. I want to call them. I want to call Mohammed's teaching.
Islam mean to surrender, not to submit.
Surrender.
Surrender, yes, not to submit. This is they give you a false translation. Yeah.
Okay, so apologize. Thanks for that.
So let me ask you. Originally, you were a Christian. Or what you used to be?
I wouldn't say Christian because I didn't know what Christianity means. I started doing my research.
Because you just said Jesus, so I'm trying to understand why you are saying Jesus if you don't understand.
Because I've been mixing more with, like, you know, Christians recently, so I started using that word again, and I've been doing my research.
So now you decide to leave Islam. What do you think about Christianity?
I'm doing my study now. Look, about me, before I continue, like, you know, I'm not the typical guy who'd say, like, you know, blah blah blah, and you take it. No, I'm a person. It's not because I'm arrogant, but before I get into something, I need to read the terms and conditions. I need to know what I'm following, right? So I've spoken to, like, you know, a pastor who I found on the internet. I've got many, like, you know, nice Christian friends, even here where I'm from. Like, you know, majority of them, like, even they're not fully knowledgeable, but by nature they're Christians, right? And I always felt comfortable with my friends. The only difference is, like, you know, I believe in something, they believe in another thing. And now I'm doing my research about it, like, you know, because I'm learning about the Trinity. I understood the Trinity in one sentence. Even it's logical. Father is like God, and then Son doesn't mean, like, you know, Son as in, like, you know, physically, but just, like, you know, in the name of the Father, and, like, you know, in the flesh as in, like, in meat. And spirit means, like, you know, soul, like in Arabic call it nafs, roh, I think, soul, like, you know, etc. So it took easy to understand it. It means it doesn't mean that. Hello, are you there?
Yeah, I'm just listening. If there's any question you need me to help you with regarding Christianity.
Yeah, there are 2-3 things. With me, I really got into Islam, so for me it's gonna be, like, you know, it's hard to, like, you know, to get it because I wasn't, like, you know, a fake one. I really studied. So, for example, this hadith, they say, like, you know, the end of the time. So that's why I said Taliban maybe is right. There's a tribe from Al-Khorasan, a tribe which is actually Iran. The Imam al-Mahdi, like, you know, it will be erased. I will lead a troop from Khorasan, which is a town in Iran. I will leave, like, you know, the champion to fight against the, you know, like with some, I think it will, yeah, from Khorasan. So I was thinking, whoa, Taliban just took over. Now this hadith is talking about Khorasan.
No, my friend. This is first of all, Muhammad, he made a false prophecy when he spoke about this. Yes, because you know, the problem is when people they read, they don't listen, they don't read carefully. You know, you have always to learn how to read carefully and study the words carefully. So here it says, this is the hadith, and some of it is da'if, some of it is sahih. And then Muhammad here is being racist, speaking about people who they are Asian. The Asian people are the people who they have the black flag, and they are the Muslims who they, you know, they will follow the Dajjal. If you read here, it says the Dajjal.
Okay, on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, he will emerge from a land. It's called Khorasan or Khorasan, and fought by people who their faces like hammered shield. So Muhammad, he believed that the evil ones, which according to Muhammad and his racism, the Asian people, they are the one who follow the Dajjal, and he is coming from Khorasan. So Muhammad, he made it so clear that Khorasan is where the evil one will come. It doesn't matter who is this evil one, is the Khorasan. But Khorasan now is Muslims. Khorasan is Muslims, and you know, Muhammad obviously he never been there because they don't really have the look of Muhammad.
So how did he need? Apologies for stopping you. I don't want to be rude. How did, like, you know, see, if this guy was like illiterate, I mean, like, you know, but I'm not that stupid, like, and like this jihadi wannabe one can trick me, because, like, you know, he was like, you know, a trader. He worked for his Khadija, so used to travel. I think that when he went to do, I think they call it Damascus, he mixed with people, so he hear things, he listened to things. So he's not stupid, like, you know. I mean, he didn't like only stay in Mecca. So he really,
well, you know, this is not really for me. This is not a big deal. You know, we were trying to find out. We understand you left Islam. I asked you if you like, if you have a question for me about Christianity, I will answer you. But you know, like we are going over, and you know, look like we will never end anywhere. Do you have any question you like me to ask me about Christianity before we finish our talk?
Yeah, there are 3 verses for me, 3 verses, and I will fully leave Islam. If you can help me with this, I will fully leave it.
What 3 verses? What do you mean?
Okay, 3 about the Quran. Okay, so there are 3 things. Okay, so one, it talks about, like, you know, how, like, you know.
So hold on. So you did not leave Islam yet?
I mean, I don't pray, so therefore I'm not a Muslim.
No, I'm asking you. Do you consider yourself a Muslim or not now?
I'm doubting. I'm believing, like, in between.
Okay.
I'm doing my research.
What is the 3 verses you want me to answer you about Islam?
So there's one about it talks about, like, you know, how, like, it would preserve the body of the mummy of Pharaoh, like, you know, that's one. The second one, that's one, like, you know, how he's preserved, and they say people, they found it. That's what, like, increased my faith, because I found it through that. Like, you know, he said, like, he will the tyrant Pharaoh, like, you know, he will preserve his body, so there will, like, be a sign for the people who are going to be alive and see it. So now in Egypt, now years ago, they found the body. If you can Google it, I mean, like, I think Ramses, they issue Egyptian passport, so they can, like, you know, take his body to be studied in France. So I'm a bit shocked about this. I'm not lying to you. And the second one.
Let's go one by one. First of all, Ramses was not preserved by God. He is a mummy, and you are the one who just said so, right?
Which is the verse. If you can find them and read it.
Yeah, the verse. I know the verse. Chapter 10, verse number 92. But as you know, that Ramses is a mummy, which means when he died, they cut his body and they took whatever the Egyptian they do to preserve a body. It's not God who preserved him, correct?
Well, I don't want to, like, talk about things I don't know. Like, you know, they did, like, you know, the ancient Egyptian rituals, basically, like, you know, to
my friend. My question is simple. Who is the one who preserved the body of the Pharaoh Ramses? Was the people who did surgery and preserve him in a tomb, or it was Allah?
Well, they say like, you know, everything is based on Allah's will, isn't it? So
This is another
I mean, like,
no. You see, because they do that to all the kings, not only him. All the kings, all their kings.
It says that God sometimes got willpower, isn't it? Like, you know, there's things like, you know, and they're not understandable. Like, you know, maybe it's like saying when Moses was like, you know, he led the Israelis, and then Moses with like,
my friend,
like stick.
If I say I reserve now, I am God, I reserve the body of the Pharaoh, and then we find that the one who preserved him is the doctors who made a surgery, and they, you know, they put his body in a tomb, and they put chemical in his body in order to preserve it. And by the way, it's not preserved. I mean, there's some flesh there, some hair, but the guy is you can have nothing to see. I mean, there's not, it's not preserved.
So how this guy, like, you know, this guy called Mohammed knew about this, like, you know, about Ramses, and then all over the southern.
First, he do not know about Ramses, because he think Ramses is a name of a person. He think this is the name. Sorry, Pharaoh is the name of the person. If you go in the Quran, here we go. Let me put it for you. In the Quran, you put the word al. You said you study a little bit Arabic, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not an expert, but yeah, like, you know, yeah.
Okay, if I say Alu Pharaoh, I'm saying Pharaoh is an individual. His name is Pharaoh. The same as Alu Musa's, chapter 2, verse number 248. Alu Musa's. I'm showing you on the screen. You can look. Al.
Yeah. This day we say.
And then Musa's. Alu Musa's, chapter 2, verse 248. Same for Alu Ibrahim. Al, and then the name after it was going to be a name of individual, Ibrahim, and then the same Alu Pharaoh. This is Al, you know, mean the family. Pharaoh. So Pharaoh is individual. So the stupid Muhammad, he think that Pharaoh is an individual. His name is Pharaoh. This is not a title. Yeah, this is not a title. No, we are not done. Hold on. And then we find Alu Yaqub. Alu Yaqub. Here we go. Alu Yaqub. So you notice always after Al, the word is going to be a name of individual, singular name, not a title. Alu Ibrahim. Alu Lut. So all over the Quran, this word is used. And here,
give me some apologies, because you're going fast and I'm not understanding this. I do apologize. I mean, you are a native speaker. I am not. I do apologize. So you said, like, you know, the name is not Al Pharaoh. What is it?
Al is a word mean family of. Family of. Alu Lut. Alu Yaqub. Alu Yaqub. So Al is not even an Arabic word. It's an Aramaic word. So
Al is like the article. It's like saying the, isn't it? The article is like saying Al.
No, Al mean literally family of.
Al, like
family.
Alif. I think it's Al.
No, this is not. This is not letter. This is a word. Al. It is two. It is two letters, and there's medda, which means the A is 2A. So, or you have to extend it. So Alu Dawood. You see here it says Alu Dawood. If you click a translation, chapter 34 as an example, chapter 34 verse 13, here it says, this is Alu Dawood. All right. So what is,
which means
Alu Dawood mean the family of Dawood, the family of Dawood. Here we go. You see the translation?
No, I cannot see the translation. I apologize. It's only in Arabic in there.
Chapter 34 verse number 13.
I'll Google it. Give me a second. So chapter, apologize. Say that again, please.
Chapter 34 verse number 13.
Verse 13. So chapter 34. Okay.
I'm showing in YouTube. You can see it in YouTube if you're watching.
Okay, give me a second. I think that was. I apologize. I mean, like, you know, I don't want to, like, you know, cause you the thing about me, like, you know,
no problem, my friend.
I don't follow blindly. I like to know the root. I'm not the typical tell me 2-3 things. That's what I love.
All right, just open.
So he said they worked for him what he desired.
Forget about the rest. You know, this is not important here. Our topic is, O family of David, of Dawood. What is the word? Alu Dawood. You see it?
Alu
Dawood. Alu Dawood. Yes, Alu Dawood.
Alu is like
Al. But you know, you add dhamma to it. Al or ala. You can say depending on the tashkil. So Al. This is just a movement of the word, depending on the location. Al is a word mean family. Dawood is a name of a person. Right? And this is the translation. And this is the translation. Family of David. So Alu Dawood is family of David.
Apologize. So Alu, just to understand it, sorry for making you go slow, but because you're okay, Alu is like you're saying A-L-U, Alu.
No,
Alu.
there's no U. There's no U. There's no U. This is Arabic. You don't add U. You are trying to read it now in the English. Yeah, okay.
In English, I'm saying.
My friend, this is not important. This is all how to pronounce it.
Apologies. For me, it's important because, like I said to you, I need to know.
No problem.
What
you can watch the
means.
video later slowly. You can go to dictionary, and you can try yourself to see how it works. But
Apologies.
is a
If
word.
you understand it now, then I can understand you the part of the pharaoh.
No, you will understand because how to pronounce it is not important. I'm showing you the translation of the Muslims. This is the word al, and this is the translation family. What will come after the family? When I say the family of, then I have to say a name of a person after that, right? Correct?
So, okay, to make it shorter, Alu means family. Okay, Alu means family.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and the name will be after it, the name of individual. Always a name of individual. It's not a title.
So, Alu Dawood, family
Alu Dawood.
of David.
Family of David, and this is the Muslim translation. So what we are trying to teach you now, that the word al always appear before individual name. We learn that.
Okay, so now we're going to that chapter. Apologize, and then you. Now I understand. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
now all those verses, there's tons of them. He keeps saying Alu Fir'aun, Alu Dawood, Alu Lut.
Could you please go back to that so I can fully understand it, please, if you don't mind?
Which verse?
The one you told me, Alu Pharaoh, so I can understand.
All of them. There's tons of them. Here we go. There's tons of verses saying.
I'm talking about Pharaoh because, like, what like intrigues me is the Pharaoh one. So that's the chapter Pharaoh, isn't it?
My friend, the Muhammad story is always in the Quran. It's all over the Quran. It's not a chapter. It's not one chapter. As you see, I'm showing you.
Apologize. The verse of Pharaoh. I'm not talking about the other ones. I'm talking about the Pharaoh specifically, so I can understand.
My friend, I'm telling you, the story of Pharaoh is all over the Quran. It's not in one chapter.
Okay,
not in one chapter. It's not like in the Bible. You find the book of Genesis where how God created things and that's it. The story of the Pharaoh is all over the Quran. As you see, here we find some about the Pharaoh in chapter 3. Then we find about Pharaoh in chapter 2. Then we find about the Pharaoh chapter 7. And then we find in chapter 8. And then we find in chapter 14 and chapter 15, chapter, let us say, I mean, it's all over the Quran. So the chapter, the Pharaohs is mentioned many places in the Quran because Muhammad, he keep repeating himself. However, the word al is a word presented before a name of an individual. This was the point. As an example, chapter 15, verse number 61, it says, Alu Lut. Alu Lut. So the family of Lut, you see it? The family of Lut.
That makes sense, yeah. Now I understand.
So when Muhammad he say Alu Fir'aun, he is saying the family of the Pharaoh. He think that Pharaoh is a name of a person. Secondly, if we ask the Muslims,
he thinks what? Sorry.
When he say Alu Fir'aun, he is thinking that Pharaoh is an individual. The name of him is Pharaoh, not a title as a king.
So say Alu Pharaoh, which means the family of Pharaoh.
Family of Pharaoh, yeah. Then if we ask the Muslims, okay, as long the Muslims agree that in the time of Moses, the king was Ramses II, right?
What they say Ramses, but in the Quran it's Pharaoh. Oh yes.
Okay, but if we ask the Muslims the same question, who was his wife?
In Islamically, it was like one of the most prestigious, iconic women in Islam.
This is not the question.
She was a believer.
This is not the question, my friend. As long we know now, as long the Muslim they say that we know the name of the king. His name is Ramses II. Okay, Ramses II. My friend, stop apologizing. Listen to me carefully. The name. Try to get my idea instead of listening to apologizing. The name of the king. The name of the king. My friend. That's how I am. It's okay. It's okay. The name of the king is Ramses II. The name of the wife is Nefertari. So if the Muslims they discover something in the Quran and this is Ramses II, then Muhammad is a liar because Muhammad he said that the name of the wife is Asiya. bint Hazm. So she have even an Arabic name. So this is the Egyptian queen of the wife of Ramses, and her name is Nefertari. According to Muhammad, Nefertari. According to Muhammad, the wife name is Asiya bint Muzahim. So this is alone proven to us that Muhammad is a fraud.
Is it not? I apologize. Is it not because, like, you know, it is in other language? It's like saying Joshua.
No, you don't change. No. You see, Joshua, because you know the Latin. Remember, we have letters in Arabic or in Hebrew. You don't have it in your Latin language. As an example, there's nothing is called Muhammad. It is Muhammad, correct?
Okay, Muhammad. Okay. Yeah.
So those Joshua is not a new name, but this is a new name, totally new name. There's a huge difference between Asiya and Nefertari.
Yeah, but for example, they call it like, they don't call it Joshua, they call it Isa. They don't say Shalom.
My friend, there's nothing is called Isa. This is the fabrication. What Isa? There's nothing is called Isa.
That's what I'm saying.
No. You see, this is initial proof that Muhammad is a fraud. He did never get the name correct. So what's his name? Abraham. His father is Azar, according to the Quran. But this is not the true name of the father of Abraham. In the Quran, go and read the Bible. Same as Isa. Jesus became Isa, but Isa is Yeshua. It's not Isa. Who's us? There's a huge difference, you know. And this is a closed language. Arabic is not a language by itself. It's coming from the Aramaic and mixed with Hebrew. So when we say in Arabic, as an example, we say Yeshua. In Hebrew, they say Yeshua. See how close? Yeshua. Why? Because simply in some Aramaic, my friend, in some Aramaic language, some Aramaic accent, the word "see."
Sorry, you're going fast.
What?
You're going fast. So you're going fast because when you go fast, I don't get. You say like in they say Joshua. Which language was that?
This is not their language. This is not the correct name.
I know, but you said now something. You said like, you know, Joshua is in Hebrew, and then you said another Joshua.
No, in Latin, as an example, the word Jesus does not exist in the Latin in the Hebrew language. The reason there was always short in letters. So because there was a short letter, they came with the letters close to resemble the sound and the voice. Otherwise, there's no Jesus. If you read the whole Bible, there's no Jesus, because they don't have equal letters. They have to use words, or let us say letters, make it evil to pronounce. In Arabic, we have way more letters, which does not exist in English or in many languages. So in order to fix that, we had tried to find a closed letter to fix the word. So Muhammad became Muhammad, right? Ali became Ali, but we don't have Ali in the Arabic. It is Ali, not Ali. Ali is a letter A, but because in your language you don't have the letter which we have, so you replace it with something close to make the sound, but not to make the name really. So when we talk here about a woman, and Muhammad, he say that Asiya is the wife of Pharaoh. See, he is not even saying the Pharaoh. He says the wife of Pharaoh. He speaks to him as an individual, as a person. His name is Pharaoh. You see the screen in front of me? You see the screen in front of me?
So like the Prophet said, sufficient for you among the women of mankind. And Maryam bint Imran, Khadija bint Khuwailid, Fatima bin Muhammad, and Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh. Okay, so his wife is called Asiya. Okay, Asiya.
Okay, so the king of Egypt, who Muhammad talked about in the time of Moses, his name is Pharaoh, and his wife, her name is Asiya. When all the history says that the name of the wife of the Pharaoh, Ramses II, at that time, was Nefertari, and they were in love too, and she is a daughter of a king. So how Muhammad he changed the name? If he is a person inspired by God, how come no historian found Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh, as Muhammad he claimed? And as you see here, he mentioned each name in this hadith. After it is a name of individual, correct? Read carefully. He says, among the women, the mankind are Maryam, the daughter of Imran, correct? So Imran is a name of individual, and this is again wrong, because Mary, she is not the daughter of Imran. Imran is the father of Musa, so Muhammad again is a fool. And it's not even Imran, it's Umram. Then he continue, Khadija bint Khuwailid. So Khadija, the daughter of Khuwaylid, the name of individual, a man, his name is Khuwaylid. Fatima bint Muhammad, this is supposed to his daughter of Muhammad. And then Asiya, the wife of Fir'aun. So Fir'aun is individual, his name is Pharaoh. So the silly Muhammad, he think Pharaoh is a name of a person, and he gave us a false name of the wife of the Pharaoh, Asiya. This is again proof that Muhammad is a fraud.
Okay, to me that doesn't make sense to me, because like I said to you, it's a language. Okay, they change things. Like
my friend, in language you did change the whole name. You don't change the whole name. You try to make sound of the name. Do Nefertari sound like a close to Asiya in any way, in any mean? If there's any letter between them they share, just letter. Asiya, Nefertari. If there's any letters they share.
I get your point now. I get your point now, mate. Yeah, mate. Now I get your point. It's like saying
not even one letter. Not even one letter. The first letter in the name of the queen is Nefertari. N. The woman here, her name is not Nancy. Her name is not Nancy. Her name is not Nunu. Her name is not Nana. Her name is Asiya. So the first letter is not the same. The second letter is not the same. The third letter is not the same. The fourth letter is not the same. The fifth letter is not the same. And even there's more letters in the Egyptian name. And none of them fit with the name here. Not even a single letter. So when you say to me, maybe because it's different language, in different language you don't change the name. You don't change the name. Every Christian knew that the correct name of Jesus is Yeshua, not Jesus. Jesus is the word we use in a language which don't have equal letters. So we are not deceived. We are not using wrong name. We are not doing that in purpose to lie. We are trying to accomplish a language which is not equal to the Hebrew or Aramaic. So but the name is still very close. But here, Nefertari, and here, Asiya. So if Muhammad he got it correct, then he should get that Pharaoh is not a name of a person. This is the name, a title of a king. Secondly, he should know better that Asiya is not the wife of Pharaoh. Not only that, he claimed that Asiya, she is the daughter of Muzahim. When this woman, she is very well known, Nefertari, she is a king. She is the daughter of a king too. Not only she is a wife of a king, she was a daughter of a king. So,
okay, so what's the name in the Torah? Like, what's the name given to the Pharaoh? What's the name given to him?
Well, speak about the Pharaoh too, but doesn't say. I think it's mentioned not exactly the name that I'm trying to remember.
It doesn't say like Ramses, or doesn't like
No,
does it
you
also
see,
mention the name of his wife?
I don't remember. I don't remember really. Like
Can we search it, please?
In some translation, like they put in the translation, they put the word Ramses, but I don't think the word Ramses exists. But the Pharaoh never been used as a name of a person. The Pharaoh is a king, is a name, is a title of a king. Is not an is not an a. Yeah, but my friend, to make it simple, so the first thing, Allah did not preserve the mummy. It was the Egyptian. Do we agree on that or not?
Like I said to you, I am not these people who you tell them 2-3 things and I will accept a belief straight away.
It's not a question, my friend. I want an answer a question. You don't have to agree with me. I'm asking you, who is the one who preserved who is the one who preserved the body of the Pharaoh? Is it the doctors who did surgery? Is it the doctor? Is the body of Pharaoh? Let me make it simple for you. Is the body of the Pharaoh never been touched by a human, preserved by God? Or the body of the Pharaoh we have right now is not really truly preserved, number one, because preserved means preserved. That's it. Secondly, is it preserved the way it is now by the doctors of the Egyptian, the old Egyptian, or by Allah? This is the question.
Okay, so let me tell you something. It's not like I want to be rude to you, but I can tell you you came from an Arabic background. Arabic people, they have a rough approaching. Okay, so to me, like I said to you, the Almighty, like the name it says, He's Almighty, is mighty everything. So if God can preserve something, can do it, it's not because the human are human. Because to me, Like I've read something, Kun wa ma yakun, kun wa fa ma yakun. So if God says do it, do it. If God says doesn't do it, doesn't do it.
What does this have to do with my
God,
question? What does this have to do with my question? I'm asking you, who is the one who preserve it?
Everything works under the God's will.
No.
Even
no, prove it. Prove it. No, prove it. Prove it. Because now I can. So are you saying to me now, when the Egyptian they preserve the body because Allah He told them to preserve the body?
What I learned, whatever you do it, and Allah does the rest. What that means,
what is that? Hold on. So there's people right now, when somebody die, they burn him. You know. So is Allah ordering to burn the person?
No, apologize. No, that's another level. You went to another level. Apologize. No,
I'm not going to any level. I'm not talking to a level. So I'm asking you, when the Egyptian, who is the one who preserved the Pharaoh? Was it the Egyptian who did the surgery or Allah?
Why I believe you can do something, okay? You can do something, okay? You can do something. And if God wants, I don't say Allah, I say God, okay? Allah is in Arabic. If God wants, He can do whatever He wishes.
My friend, so I don't care what you are telling me. This is not my question. Please focus with me. I put now a chicken in the refrigerator. Yeah. I preserve it for the coming century, maybe. So, when I did that, Allah is the one who ordered me to put the chicken in the freezer, or I did it myself?
You put the chicken in the freezer.
Who is the one who preserved the chicken? Me or Allah?
No, preserve. No, you place in the freezer. That's all you did. Like you place in the freezer, and the freezer like preserves the things because like it works.
So what difference is going to make, my friend? I don't know if you are how old are you? I put the chicken in the freezer. I put the chicken in the freezer. If I don't put it in the freezer, is Allah going to put it in the freezer?
No, He will not. I mean, like, you know.
Okay, so I am the one who preserved the chicken. I am the one maybe who made the freezer, and maybe I am the one who made electricity for the freezer, and then I am the one who put the chicken in the freezer. What does this have to do with Allah?
So by that law, by that like philosophy, then Moses, when they're like, you know, he like, you know.
Our friend, don't change the topic. Don't change the topic. Who is the one? Who is the one who preserved? No, because this is something they did. They are not Muslims. Is the people of the Pharaoh are Muslims? Allah, He just killed them supposedly. Allah just killed them. Killed them, those people, because they are not believers.
Okay.
So Allah, He told the disbelievers to preserve the body of the Pharaoh.
Okay, so then Moses, like when he like, you know, when he was like, you know, his people were thirsty, he used his stick. He like, you know, he stopped.
What does this have to do with my question, my friend? Listen carefully.
Logic,
that is a miracle. That is a miracle. God, He did it. He did not ask people to do it. He said to him, go and walk. He said to him, go and walk. He crossed the ocean. Don't worry, cross the sea. So God, He opened the ocean. It's not the stick of Moses. Stick of Moses is not Harry Potter. We don't believe in such a thing. So listen carefully. You're not a kid. You're not a kid. Listen. If I put the chicken in the freezer, is Allah ordering me to put the chicken in the freezer, or I am the one who made the decision?
You made it.
Okay, so when the Pharaoh people, they cut his throat, they opened his stomach, they took everything, they put chemical inside, and they put him inside a tomb, and they preserve him in a certain way to preserve his body as much as they can. So who is the one who did it?
I do not know if they put chemicals or any sort of technique to preserve their body.
Everybody knows that the Egyptian, they do that. Don't play like a kid now. Everybody knows the Egyptian, they do surgery. They take his stomach, my friend. If you don't take the stomach of a dead person, the person, his body is full of worms. They will eat him. Simply.
They found recently.
They never heard of a stuffed cat, stuffed wolf, stuffed bear. You never heard of those things?
The what, sorry?
Stuffed bear. Like they take everything inside him, they keep his skin, and then they put inside him chemical and cottons, etc., to make him look like he is in a shape. But in fact, he is not preserved by himself. If you leave him in the field, the worm will eat him. So was the Pharaoh preserved by himself? And that is a miracle of God? Or there's doctors, they did surgery and they clean him inside and they put something inside him to preserve as much as they can.
I'm reading in here now who Ramses was, like the body of Pharaoh. They say, like, you know, I want to understand that because, like I said to you, I cannot like believe something over the night, right? I cannot. I'm not the typical guy.
My friend, I'm not asking you to believe anything. Did I ask you to believe anything? I'm just asking you. Use your logic. I'm asking you a question. Who is the one who did preserve Ramses II? Allah or the doctors?
I'm googling what they did with Pharaoh's body. So
my friend, aren't you the one who said to me, "Mommy"? Isn't it you who said to me the word "mommy"?
I said "mommy," yes. Mommy,
okay,
like,
so mommy is a mummy. That's mean they're preserved, and he's not preserved. Who said that he's preserved? Look at him. I mean, this guy is a preserved. Anyone in the world here can believe that this is a preserved. What is a preserved in him? This is the preserved. And he is a mummy. Mummy mean that we put him inside a tomb, and we did a surgery for him to fix this mummy to make it look like something. So he's not preserved. This is number one. Number two, it was the people who put him in that tomb, and they did that to many pharaohs, not only him. So the preservation of the Quran is a false claim, because this is what they did to all the pharaohs. Secondly, even if you're drawn, even the Bible speaks that when the drone is done, the water went back and dead bodies were, you know, all over the place. Even if you die in the middle of the ocean, actually, most likely the waves will push you away to the shore. So what does have to do preservation? So he did not preserve him. The Pharaoh was not preserved.
They say like, you know, in like, you know, when Moses, like, you know, crossed the, like, you know, the Red Sea, and the Almighty bring the waters back, they all sinked. They were,
my
like,
friend, isn't it back already? Is it still open until now?
The what? Sorry.
Is the water still open until now?
Do you mean like the Red Sea? No.
Okay, so what you are saying to me? Are you saying that the Black Sea came back?
I'm telling you this story, like, you know, what happened, like, you know, so when like, you know, the Pharaoh and his troops were drowned, were, like, you know, sinked in the sea. They say that the bodies were, like, you know, floating and remaining, and they're right on the coasts. So afterwards, I believe what they did, they found his body, okay, they found it, right? They did a ritual, the ancient Egyptian cult belief. They mummify him, like, you know, put, like, you know, bands and ropes around him, and they did like the Egyptian thing. And we know that nowadays in Egypt they discovered a lot of tombs from thousands of years, a lot of them.
And that's what I'm saying. So what's wrong? I mean, what's my friend? I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm telling you this for the last hour, trying to explain to you that this is what they do, and now you are telling me this is so easy. But I thought you didn't understand, but now you understand even better than what I understand. So the Egyptian, they did the thousands of tombs the same. It's not Allah who preserved them, and the guy is not preserved. When I say I preserved your body, this means his body should be preserved, not bones. Preserved means preserved. There's all his army, like what? All the army went in the sea, never come back. Obviously, many of them, they are in the shore, they are dead. This is the king. They came, they looked for him, they took him, they buried him, and they did what they do. So it's not Allah who preserved him. This is number one. Number two, Muhammad is a fool. He thinks the Pharaoh is the name of a person. Number three, he have the name of the wife wrong. What else more proof that Muhammad is a fraud?
To me, that's not about names. It's not a big deal because we're talking about.
No, it's like about names, because it is you who mentioned to me, this is Ramses II. Why Muhammad don't say this is Ramses II if we want to make a miracle? His God did not tell him Ramses II? If this is the purpose.
We call it as Ramses II.
No, it's not. It's not you call it. It's not you call it. This is his name.
It's his real name, Ramses II. Okay.
Yes.
So, but in biblical names, in all names,
my friend, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? If the purpose of this verse to prove that Allah, He speak about certain person, can't Allah tell Muhammad the name of this king is Ramses?
He didn't say the name. He said like Pharaoh.
No, he said the name. No, this is why he says the wife of Pharaoh. Pharaoh. Doesn't even say the name of the Pharaoh, the wife of Pharaoh. Do you see it? It's in front of you. If Pharaoh is a title, I will say the Pharaoh. Correct? You see that?
Yeah. Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh. Yeah. Pharaoh.
Okay.
Yeah, Pharaoh.
There's no the before it, right? There's no the. So if I say the wife of the king, I have to say the king. Correct?
Yeah, he didn't say king, he just said Pharaoh, yeah.
Okay, so the wife of Pharaoh, because the foolish Muhammad, he thought this is the name of the person, Pharaoh. This is a clear evidence that Muhammad, he think that Pharaoh is the name of the person, and Asiya, as you see, she is his wife, and both of them, they are wrong. Pharaoh is a famous title of a king, but this is not the name. And then when he, and we are showing you this is in the screen to prove a point, that Muhammad, he mentioned that from the women, Maryam, daughter of Imran. So always there's a name of, and the man will come after. Maryam, daughter of Imran, bintu Imran.
Yeah, Ibn Khulayfa, Fatima bin Muhammad, and Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh. Okay, so I'm getting that, like, you know, Pharaoh is like a title of, like, you know, leader, king, ruler. Yes, that's the ancient Egyptian ideology. And they say, what's it called? Was it that family in Arabic? You said Ali. Is it called Ali or the Alif? What was the thing like you said before in Arabic? Apologize. The what's the translation you said before? Alif or Ali? I cannot remember. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me there? I think the guy. Can you hear me, guys? Al. Yeah, Al. Al. Okay. I cannot hear him, like, and I cannot listen. Honestly, I cannot hear his voice. I only can see the text in here. Alu. Hello, can you hear me? Not responding. Jesus, like, you know, all my days, man.
All right, let's see now. I think now it's working. I don't know what's wrong with this stupid computer. Lord, give me patience.
Hello?
Okay, do you hear me now?
Yeah, I apologize. I think it was like some technical problems in there.
No problem. So let us go back. Let's go back. So Al is a word meaning family. Pharaoh is a name of a person. Name of a person. And the proof in front of your eyes.
Because if I learn this, because I debate with Muslims on TikTok. Okay, so I can save it for my knowledge. Thank you for telling me this. I know Arabic people are be like, you know, tough and harsh, but let's do it slowly. I apologize.
No
Al
problem.
means family in Arabic. Okay, Al means
You just search for Al in the Quran and you will find tons of verses mentioning the word Al. It's not something, you know, I'm making things up. Al Pharaoh, Al.
You know, I will, but you need to understand something. Like some people are slow, or some people are more like rapid, like you. We not all have the same speed and knowledge like you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know.
No
so
problem.
that's why
I'm being very patient, my friend.
Yeah, I know. Normally, our people are another patient. You're patient.
Okay.
I really appreciate you. That
You can go and review the video later, and you will see all the verses showing you the words Al. as you see in the screen. You can freeze the video, click one by one, and you will see the translation. All of those mentioning the word Al, either in front of the Pharaoh, or in the front of Lut, or in front of David, or Abraham, or Jacob, etc. So this is what the word Al mean. Present Al, the people as the family, and then we find that Muhammad, he mentioned clearly that the wife of Pharaoh, he don't call him the Pharaoh, he called him the wife of Pharaoh. He called him as a name. So the wife of Pharaoh, not the wife of the Pharaoh, the wife of Pharaoh, her name is Asiya, and this is a wrong name, and it doesn't match even with one letter with the original name of the wife of the true Pharaoh, Ramses. Secondly, when the Muslims, they try to say that, well, this is discovery and Allah, he made it, simply, why Allah did not say the name of the, if this is the purpose of it, so later we will discover why Allah did not tell Muhammad the name of this man. His name is Ramses, and he gave him the correct name of Ramses, the correct name of Ramses, the correct name of the wife, and then people will be astonished, says, look, Muhammad, he knew this. But as you see, Muhammad, he gave us wrong information. Allah did not preserve the body, it was the Egyptian, and the body is not even preserved, by the way. It's preserved compared to others, but it's not really preserved. It's a mummy, it is nothing but bones. There's no eyes. There's no eyes. Is the eyes there? No. If there's anything can be recognized? No. So it's not really preserved. But because they are kings, they treat them differently, and they used to even worship them. So it's a false claim from the Mohammedan about the Pharaoh. Secondly, as long as we are talking about the Pharaoh, Muhammad, he think that the minister of the Pharaoh is Haman, but Haman was a minister in Iraq for different king.
Thank you, Samuel. He thought what? The minister, as in like, his worker, okay? The minister, okay? Muhammad?
Chapter 28, verse number 40, chapter 28 and verse number 36, and chapter 40, verse number 36. Yeah.
Apologies. Chapter 28, verse?
My friend, later you can watch the video. Chapter 40, verse number 36. Chapter 40, verse number 36. Don't talk, so you can take the notes if you want. So the prophet says to Haman, build for me a tower. So the stupid Muhammad think that the Babylon tower built by Pharaoh.
Taking notes, man. I'm taking notes. I mean, like, I know there are people that fast, they're harsh, but in here we take things slowly so we can study it.
I'm being very slow with you, so do you see it? So how Muhammad, he say such a stupid thing, that Haman was a minister of the Pharaoh, and Haman is the one who built the Babylon tower or Babylon tower for the Pharaoh.
So, okay, so you said like Haman built the Babylon tower where?
You never heard of the Babylon tower?
No. If I say yes, I'm going to be lying to you. No.
In Iraq.
In Iran. Okay. So Haman built the Babylon tower in Iran. Okay. And Muhammad,
in Iraq.
I apologize. Iraq. Okay. Iraq.
Yeah, the Assyrian kings, the Assyrian Chaldean people. This is who live there.
Okay. And Muhammad says.
Okay. So focus with me. You can later, the video is there. You can download the video, take your time, and you take your notes. So listen.
Okay.
So a man who speak of history, and the Muslim trying to make a miracle of history, how is stupid to say that Haman was a minister of the Pharaoh. And by the way, the name is not even Haman. You see the name here. I mean, as usual, we have to. It is Haman, but I mean, we try to make a sound close to the original name. The Muslims, how they can explain that to you? They say there was a person close by name, but this is not, that is Haman and Khuman and etc. So it's different, totally different name. And here we notice that the verse saying clearly that the one who built the tower, it was in the time of Moses, and this is wrong. Secondly, what is the tower that the Pharaoh Ramses he built? Any Muslim can tell us?
if I say yes, I'm gonna be lying to you. I have no idea.
No, not you. I'm asking the Muslims who they are watching. Any Muslim can tell us how in the world that Haman and the Pharaoh, they built a tower at that time. What is tower? What is the tower? What is that tower? So obviously this is the Babylon tower. And as long as we are talking about the Babylon tower, this is how stupid Muhammad is. Muhammad, he claimed that Allah, he used that tower to send down his angels, Harut and Marut, to open Harry Potter school.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm not making things up. Here we go.
No, it's funny. Like I like. At least you have humor. I like that. I like.
Okay, well here we go. This is the verse, chapter 2, verse 102. Allah, he sent 2 angels in the Babylon tower, Harut and Marut, where they came in the Babylon tower. So Allah, he sent them down. Why he sent them down? Because this is the tower would reach to Allah. You know.
That was funny. Like, you know.
Yeah, and this is the Quran. That's not a hadith. So the Muslim, they will say it's a lie. So those 2 angels, they taught what? They opened a school to teach black magic. Read carefully.
I know the story. Harun Marun, like, you know, to test the people. I know that story. Harun Marun, yeah, I know that. I know the story.
Actually, the story is more than this. The story that they came down and Allah, he sent to them a woman. Her name is Venus, and she they wanted to sleep with her. And then they told her, if you sleep, if we want to sleep with you, if you please. And then she said to them, I will let you sleep with me only if you do 3 things. And then after they do 3 things, they worship false god, they drank wine, and they killed the person. Then she told them, I want the password to go to heaven. They gave her the password, and then when she fly to go to heaven, Allah, he cursed her, and he made her the star Venus, or the planet Venus. And all of this is a fiction, as you see. This is all his fictions. Muhammad, he come with it. He put it in the Quran. So Harut and Marut, they come at the Babylon tower, and they open a school to teach magic, and they make disclaimer. We will teach you only as a trial. So you are a person, my friend, telling me about a miracle in the Quran, discovery of Ramses II. But you know the story of Harut and Marut. You know how stupid it is. So how the same stupid guy who opened a school of Harry Potter to teach magic, send in 2 angels, is the same person you are talking about in Ramses?
Babylon to the 2 angels, Harun Marut, but none of these 2 angels taught anyone such things till they had said, we are only for trial. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's a bit like deceiving, isn't it? Like, you know, I always thought, like, you know, what would, like, you know, God send 2 angels to, like, you know, trial people, isn't it? Like, you know, what would you, like, you know, waste people's time? That's one. And is that the Harun Marut? Is that story in the Bible? Is it?
No. Harut and Marut is coming. No. Harut and Marut is a story of 2 angels who Allah, they said to Allah, when Allah, he said, are you going to send a human being to do mischievement in the earth? You know, we are the one who worship you, and we are the one who please you. So why you want to create a human? And then Allah, he decide. He said, okay, choose the best of you. They choose Harut and Marut, the best of them. And then Allah, he said to them, okay, I will give you the same aspect of Adam, which means you will have a look of a man. You will act as a man, you know. Let us go send you to earth and see if you will do mischievement too, like Adam, if you will do, as you claim. So he sent them down, and then a woman, her name is Venus. She came to them. She have nice legs, and they could not resist it. And, you know, they want to have sex with her. And, you know, the story is very funny. But you notice that the story here does not make sense, because this is when Allah, when he said, I'm going to create someone, the angels, they complain. He did not even create the guy. And then he said to them, okay, choose the best of you. So supposedly he will send them to the ground where nobody lived. This is before Adam creation. So he sent them to the ground, and then we find there's a woman, and there's a child he come, and there's a beggar, and there's people who live there. So is Adam the first man, or he is not? So the story is a fiction story. Muhammad, he learned from the Sabians that God, he destroyed the people, or, you know, for a reason.
Sabians, I found your video.
My friend, focus with me. Let's finish one by one. Let us not to jump like monkeys. So, do you agree with the story of Harut and Marut?
I agree that that's a bit silly.
Do you believe this is true? Can be true, or this is stupid?
I don't believe stupid or stupid. Like, you know, that's someone's belief. Okay.
No. Why you believe? So what you believe? No, it's stupid. For me, it's stupid. Why you don't dare to say it? Either it's stupid or it's not.
No, I always respect people's belief, regardless.
No, I don't. I don't respect people's belief. This is hypocrisy.
It's fine. That's your point of view.
Okay, if somebody believe in raping your wife, do you respect his belief?
No.
So you don't respect then his belief. The Muslim believe they can rape your wife if you're not a Muslim.
True, like, you know, not a slave. Like,
okay, so don't tell me you respect their belief if you don't respect their belief. So respect their belief is a stupid statement, is not right. Let us go back to zero. Do you respect the story that this is a story coming from God, or this is a stupid story, the story of building a school of Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Yeah, this is what it is. They send 2 angels to teach magic.
For Gryffindor. Gryffindor won.
My friend, did he send 2 angels to teach magic, yes or no?
That's why the Quran says, isn't it?
Okay, so this is a question. Did he send 2 angels to teach magic, yes or no?
Based in the Quran, yes.
Okay, so is it Harry Potter or not?
Yeah, man, you're a very clever man. Like, you know, I like you because you have a lot of knowledge. But I'm studying the gospel now. I've been studying.
My friend, don't change topic. Don't change topic. Don't change topic. Focus with me, please. Focus with me.
I focus with you,
okay.
Mike.
So you are trying to avoid the question. Is this a story? Is this a story, stupid story or not? A guy, he's God. He sent 2 angels to open a school for Harry Potter. And before you join the school, you sign a disclaimer. Disclaimer. Sign here. This is only a trial, okay? So we teach you. Please don't practice it, okay? So why he teach them? Why he opened a school? So
you know, my approach is
this is a stupid story? Let me repeat the question for the last time. Is this a stupid story for you? Make sense, or it's a smart story? Doesn't make sense.
Look, my approach is different from yours. Like, you know, when I debate,
I don't care for your approach, my friend. I want an answer. Is it a smart story or a stupid story?
That's the difference, like, between you and I. Like, you know, I have a different approach, man. Because when I learn something,
I don't care for your approach. I don't care for your approach. I want an answer for me. Help me. Is this a story? Is a convincing story? As a smart story? Or it's not even fit for kids? So either you say to me it's fit for adult, it's a smart story, or you say it's a stupid story. Why you don't choose one? I'm not forcing you to say one of both of them. Choose one. Either you say it's good for adult.
No, it's not that, mate. It's not that. You put him between the wall, the sword and the wall. So, like, you know, like I said, so you have a different approach.
This is why you are calling me. This is why I'm here. You are calling me for a reason, and you said to me, "I want you to prove to me the following." Right? So I'm helping you now. So I want a conclusion of my work. I was cooking for you for the last 2 hours.
I'm not harsh. I'm not harsh. When I learn something, do something.
I don't care if you are harsh or not. You are not harsh. I am harsh. So I want an answer. Is this a story make sense for you as an adult, as a mature person, or this is not even good for kids?
Mate, like I said to you, I need to get the knowledge. So when I speak to a Muslim,
it's in front of you. This is not the question. Who care about a Muslim now? Who care about knowledge now? It's in front of you. You are an adult. You are an adult reading the story, let's say, for the first time, and you told me you know the story already. So you do not even need me to tell me the story. So I'm asking you as an adult reading the story in front of your eyes. Does this story make any sense to you?
Mate, I need, when I learn things, so I can, like, you know,
take care, my friend. No, you are wasting my time. You are just wasting my time. Like, do you think I'm spending my time here? I need to learn things. Go watch the video and don't call me. If you don't dare to give me an answer, then you don't dare to be a man. Either you say I am with or against. You can't be both. You can't be both. And you are the one who made fun of Muhammad marrying a child, and you are the one who say many things. So now suddenly you don't want to say? What happened? Your approach, my approach, this is all is garbage. And I want to say to people here, never say to somebody, I respect your belief. No, don't say that. This is stupid of you. What if he believe in raping your wife? What he believe that it's okay for him to have sex with the children, like Muhammad? don't be politically correct. I don't respect your belief. You're an atheist, I don't respect your belief. You're a Muslim, I don't respect your belief. It is a stupid sign, or let us say it's a sign of a stupidity and sign of a hypocrisy. If somebody says to you, I respect your belief. I remember once I was sitting with a wife and her husband. Both of them, they are accountant and they are Jehovah's Witnesses. And I was debating them, and when they became in the corner, things get so hot. She said, please, I respect your belief. I said, I don't respect your belief. You are shocked. I said, why you are being hypocrite to me? Well, if you respect my belief, you know, but my belief is false. Why you respect something false? Who is stupid here? Do you understand me, people? Do you respect a false belief? If you respect a false belief, that means you are false too. I respect your belief. This is idiot talk. I don't. I will never respect a false belief, for it is a false belief. I will never respect a false prophet. False prophet means he's a fraud. He's a con guy. He's the same as the guy who call you or send you text message so he can steal your bank account information. Do you respect him too? He believes that he has the right to take your money. So look what happened. We show that the guy Muhammad, he referred to Pharaoh as an individual. His name is Pharaoh. We showed you that the stupid Muhammad, he thinks that Haman is the one, he is the minister of the Pharaoh, and he is the one who built the Tower of the Babylon. We showed you that Muhammad, he thinks that the wife of the Pharaoh, Ramses, her name is Asaya, when the fact her name is Nefertari. And all of this still is not a proof for him of anything. So don't waste my time, my friend. You try to stay as a good Muslim. I don't respect your belief. Right? Do we have any Muslim? I suppose I will not stay here for long. I am a Muslim. Here we go. He is not online. Maybe it's a Mimi. She called herself Mimi. Read in Matthew. It says women, they have to stay silent. Abdul, yeah, the women, they have to stay silent if they are talkative. This is the verse about women who speak in the church when they are not supposed to speak. This is not against women. In the Bible, we have judges, women. We have a prophet, women. This verse is not about women not to speak in the church. This is about not to speak during the church service. Two women sitting next to each other. She is telling her, oh, yesterday I cooked falafel. Really? I bought a dress yesterday. I went with my wife, my daughter. This is what the verse is talking about. Otherwise, we have women who they are prophets. Women who they are judges. We have Mary. Mary should not speak. So false. And not only that, you're a prophet, he treats women. As you see, you Muslim even exchange women. You don't even ask the women if she like to go to a new husband. You just ask the guy to go and sleep with the new wife. Do we have any Abdul? Have you ever heard of a hippie, stupid religion like this? And you convert to Islam? You say to them, exchange wives? Share women? Go. I have two wives. Go. Go and see one of them. See them. Choose one. The one you like, I will divorce her for you. This is Islam. Do we have any Abdul? You know, if a human being, he don't want to be honest, and he don't want to be brave to say the truth, I'm not going to waste my time. But anyway, what we did today with this guy is a great example how people, they play games. They want to talk, they keep talking, going around in a like a circle, you know, like you end in nowhere. But the proof in front of us. Is Hurabutar's story make sense to you? If this is will not, even this one you will not give in your opinion. So what is real about you then? Nothing real is about you. Very simple question. Do the story make sense? Either you say yes or it says no. God, he sent 2 angels to open a school of Hurabutar. Does it make sense to you? He will not answer. Do we have any Abdul? He want to join Harry Potter school. Lord of the Ring. Umbagaram. Huh? Allah, he opened a school of Harry Potter? Yeah, he did. But before you join the school, my friend, you have to sign a disclaimer. This is God. This is the book of God. So, you know, the funny about Mohammedans, the Quran, book of science, Quran teach science, the Quran blah blah science, blah 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 science. Chapter 18 alone is the most funny, stupid fairy tale stories ever you can imagine around the world. Prophet Al-Khadr, who drank from the fountain of youth, and since then he never died, and he called Al-Khadr, which means Mr. Green, because his ass, whatever he sat on, will turn green. Why? Because he sweat. How? He sweat from the water which he drank from the fountain of youth. And then, if he sit in dry grass, his ass will make it green. So they call him Al-Khadr, which means green. And Al-Khadr, brother, was exist in the funeral of Noah. And he was exist in the funeral of Moses. And he was exist in the funeral of Prophet Muhammad and Abraham. Because this guy, he is alive forever. Why? Because he drank from the fountain of youth. And then the Muslims, they come and they would try to tell us that there is science in Islam. How you explain to me this Quran discovering the Pharaoh? I'm really amazed of the science of Muhammad and his fairy tale stories. And you know what? I'm going to go to Bahrain, and because I want to drink from the fountain of youth, and then I will come back to you. I will go live and you will not recognize my voice because I will speak as a youth. Christian Prince is here. Hey, Christian Prince, what happened? Because I drank them the water of the dive. Christian Prince, it sounds like you're even getting like younger and younger by every minute. Exactly. Right now that my voice is not coming because I'm saying so thick, so small. I simply no, because I noticed I drank too much water and I'm small, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Christian Prince, are you there? Okay, what happened? I drank too much water. Fountain of youth, fountain of life. This is religion. Any Abdul? And if you are wondering where we can find this story, here we go. Let us see, where is the fountain of youth? At the rock, there was a water spring called Al-Hayat, which means life. And none came in touch with its water, but become alive. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Now, I'm sure there's many ladies here would love to get this water. And who is the one is telling this story? Prophet of Allah, reported by Ibn Abbas. And what is the title of the story, brother? Prophetic commentary on Quran, tafsir of the Prophet BBUH. The statement of Allah Most High. Say, O Muhammad, shall we tell you the greatest, who is the greatest loser? Do we have any Abdul? Fountain of youth? Prophet Al-Khudr? And then they forgot their whale next to the fountain, and then one drop of water fell on the whale, and then the whale, he just came to life again, and then he make a tunnel in the ocean. Imagine, can you imagine a tunnel in the ocean, and the spring, and some of the water in that spring fall over the fish, so it moved and slipped out of the basket and entered the sea. Like, hold on. So the fountain is just right away next to the sea? How close the fountain is to the sea? I mean, we got it. A drop of water fall over the fish, the whale. I want to know how long it took the fish to walk on the ground to go to the sea. And you are telling me about cartoon? And then you ask this guy, you say to him, do you see this make sense to you? You don't know my approach. For me, I see it differently. Your approach. Ali, maybe next time, my friend, you can text me now, and next time I can take your call. Ali Riza. Do we have any Abdul? I mean, all the Quran, all the garbage in the Quran, and they come to us with those stories. Do we have any Abdul would like to say something? Any Muslim? Okay, the one who will download the videos, you see the title of the video is Muslims offer their new convert their wives. So you can cut the video in the beginning and then cut the conversation alone, make them videos, because this video became so long by itself alone. Again, I'm going to now to leave you in peace, and I will be back when we have at least 20,000 views for my video. So if you want me to come back fast, share the link. If I got to 20,000, even today, I will come back again. If we get less, we wait tomorrow. If tomorrow is not 20, the day after. We want to be sure that people are getting the message and you guys are doing little work. Stop being lazy. The Lord, He says work, and I will work with you. Lazy people don't count. We hope that next time we will find Muslims who understand their religion, because as you see, and the funny, you know, each Muslim, every single Muslim, I say to him, why you don't call your sheikh? After we finish, they say to me, Christian Prince, why you don't debate this guy and that guy? Our friend, give me his Skype. I will call him right now. Give me the Skype of Zakir Naik. Honest to God, I will call him immediately. Any one of your choice. Bring me the best of your men. And I promise you, I will make them shish kebab. Well, you know, I have more people who watch my video when I'm live, more than Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik go live, he have like a 600, 700. Here the average is 1,200, 1,300, sometimes 2,000 something. So, which is very funny that when we are live, we have a very high view, and obviously YouTube is playing games with us because it doesn't make sense. Already right now, I have more than 10,000 view. Actually, I have, you know, right now more than 10,000 in front of me. But then when we finish, we find that we have 3,000 views. It doesn't make sense. But even if YouTube is playing dirty game with us, people, they can still share the link. So if you like me to come back as fast as you wish, depending on how much you wish me to get back, help us, share the link, share the video, let people make, and don't forget to make a comment, because comment make, and don't make comments say thank you please. Those are the most comment I don't like. Thank you, CP. And this is the comment. I mean, this is what you got. A guy who was speaking in the video, just shouting, screaming, fighting with those Abdul. You say to him, thank you. Say something about what we said in the topic. Share something. Speak something. Help people to understand, you know, be part of the conversation. Thank you. That's it. This is the maximum you can do. So make a real comment. Be a real individual. Be a smart person. Use your brain. God, He gave you a brain. All of us, we have a brain and we have a gift of God. But there's some people, they have tons of rust on their brain. They don't want to use it. That's why their brain is so expensive, never been used. Not like my brain. It's overused. So when you make a comment, say something useful. Don't tell me thank you. Don't tell me God bless you. You can say that at the end of the comment. Say something about what this guy said, the guy before him said, the guy before him said. We have many callers. Make a real comment. I want to see smart people, educated people join. I want to see people really, they are listening and they are learning and they are thinking when we are talking. Don't be Abdul. We are here to be sure that you guys are not Abdul. We believe without understanding. We don't want that. We don't want people to believe that shaitan is sleep in their nose. That is for the dummies. So when you make a comment, make something real. Isn't it the Lord, He says, from their fruit you shall know them? And where is your fruit? And not only that, the funny is, I go and then you will find somebody send me a message in Patreon where I can find those verses. So I stay here for hours and then they don't share the links. The funny is, you will find the Christians posting links of Muslims. Christian Prince, can you refute this guy? Look how smart, how genius they are. They are spreading the Muslim videos. Can you believe it? Christian Prince, can you refute this guy? And then he posts a link for a Muslim Abdul. So now the Muslim Abdul, people will leave my channel to go to watch the Muslim Abdul channel. Genius. Super intelligent. Many people have a brain, but they don't want to use it. Sadly. So, but we say, we are victorious, and you will not believe it how much I am blessed in the last week. How many messages look like the new year made many people send me messages about them leaving Islam. I'm really grateful for knowing about those people. because most of people who leave Islam, I don't even receive from them anything. I'm not talking about those who speak to me live on air, but there's many, they leave Islam, but they don't say. But in the last few days, I receive a great amount of emails in Patreon from ex-Muslims, and I'm really, really happy to hear their stories. So we are doing a great job, and when I say we, I mean the true Christians who really care. We, because I believe in we, not I. I believe in we, that we as a Christians, we work together. When I say we, I mean people who really support, people really who care, people who at least they make a comment, because your comment can change the mind of a Muslim, or even can help a Christian to understand. Don't be a mute person. Time goes so fast. People don't like to talk about death, but death is coming. It's going to take you, and you will never be there again. The house I'm living in is not going to be my house. It's going to be the house of somebody else, because I cannot live here forever. Same for you. But there's people who will be remembered. Their voice will never be mute. Their words will never be mute. There's teaching will never be mute. So be that person. Don't be just a number. So the Lord can remember you. Because this is how He will recognize us. From their fruits you shall know them. People who have no fruits, they don't have a count. And nobody remember them. The same as the Lord. So I want to say thank you again. I will say again a Happy New Year for all of you. I hope that this new year will bring great time, great joy for all people, including Muslims. We love the Muslims. We pray for them. But Muslims, sadly, they follow Muhammad. They don't love us. Sadly, they believe in the stupid Quran where it says, take not Christians and Jews as a friends. Obviously, the Quran is the book of Satan. He wants to divide us. He wants to spread hate between us. And the Quran even don't hesitate to say that Allah has spread hatred between even the Christians. So when the Christians are divided, you are supporting Allah. When you are a Christian and you fight with Catholic and Protestant and Orthodox, you are doing the plan of the devil Allah. And the verse is in front of you. A true Christian who believe in a true church, and that church is not a name. That is the Church of Christ, which all of us, Catholic, Protestant, Orthodox, doesn't matter. For all of us believe in one God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. For us, we believe in the resurrection of the Messiah. We believe in His coming back, and we believe that there's no one will save us except Him. True Christian is united Christians. Divided Christians are following the devil. The more you are divided, the more you are devilish, and the more you are away from the Lord Himself. So love your brother in Christ from other church. If the Lord, He ordered you even to love the Muslims, how dare you not to love your brother in Christ who believe in the Messiah, who accept Him as a Savior? People who don't love their Christian and sister brothers, they are no Christians, because they fail the test. If you've been ordered to love your enemy, but you cannot even love your brother, how false you are. Stay away from those who divide you, for they are serving the devil Muhammad. Divide and conquer. United, we are strong. Divided, we will be conquered. And when we say we are united, we say we are united with the Messiah. The Bible says there's no Greek, there's no Hebrew, there's no free, there's no slave, for all is one by Christ. Amen to that. So Christ, He unite us. The devil, he divide us. So choose to be with whom. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you all. Happy New Year again. And let us hope more people will leave Islam after watching those videos and the call of the Muslims. Remember one thing, I will be back as soon you help to bring more view for this video. I will come back immediately if you can get to 20,000 view. And I say, some people, they say to me, is it really important how many? Yes, it's important. And I will tell you why. Because we deserve it. We deserve it. We have knowledge here. People who have zero knowledge, they got a view by tens of thousands. So why people who have a lot of knowledge, people who change life of people, they don't get your support? So either you care or you don't. I'm here doing my duty, or you're doing yours. Thank you very much, and see you soon again. Christ is Lord. Islam is a scam, and we prove it every day.
I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.